It's time. It's time for Chicago Blackhawks hockey.
Fires, he scores!
On the Blackhawks Radio Network.
Number 400 for Patrick Kane!
The march to the Stanley Cup has begun.
Way to go, Blackhawks!
It's go time. Now, welcome the Chicago Blackhawks radio broadcast team. Here's John Whiteman.
The Chicago Blackhawks open the 21-22 season here at the foot of the Rockies tonight in a Central Division showdown with Colorado. And though it may be the first of an 82-game marathon, the Hawks are hoping it will also be a big first step toward a strong start. Hi again, everyone. John Whiteman along with Colby Cohen. We're here at the Ball Arena. Used to be the Pepsi Center, as Colby told you a little while ago. The Ball Arena. That's the Avalanche's home ice here in Denver. And Joe Brand is back in our WGN studios in Blackhawk Central. We want to welcome you into our broadcast, the first of an 82-game season, and hopefully everybody is banking on the Blackhawks making the playoffs, Colby. But first things first, you put the preseason behind you, you learn from it as much as you can, you make the final cuts, you take the group that you're going to go forward with, practice, and play that first game. This is a completely different environment from preseason because now the games really count.
Oh, absolutely, John. The speed kicks up. The physicality picks up. Now guys are playing to stay in the lineup. It's such a competitive sport. Guys are going. And the beginning of the season, especially those first couple games, the amount of energy in your lineup, in your locker room, guys were anxious. They were ready to play. Talking to the guys during this trip out here to Colorado, everybody was ready to be done with the preseason. They're ready for the 2 points to count, John.
Excuse me, real quickly, I want to say a quick hello and encouraging best wishes to my partner, Troy Murray, who I understand might be listening to us tonight. So, Troy, we're thinking about you. Thoughts and prayers absolutely coming your way. I know you'd like to be here, but get back into better health and get back here real soon. Let's get to tonight's injury report, sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, the card to carry through it all. And for tonight, two defensemen for the Blackhawks, Wyatt Kalynuk and Caleb Jones, are both out of the lineup here tonight. Kalynuk is out 2 to 4 weeks for a high ankle sprain. Caleb Jones has injured his wrist. He's going to be gone 4 to 6 weeks. So we wish both of those gentlemen speedy recoveries and get back into the lineup as soon as possible. A new feature that I'm going to handle this year, Who Am I Banking On?, is sponsored by Marquette Bank. Wake up to a better way to bank with Marquette Bank and Fun Rewards. I'm going to stay on the defense tonight, and I'm going to go with Seth Jones. This is his regular season debut. Seth Jones came over in a trade from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Yeah, it cost the Blackhawks a couple of assets, but when you get a guy in the prime of his career, Colby, and I'm going to throw this to you for just a second, you get a guy like Seth Jones, a big, tough, just a real presence on the blue line in the prime of his career with an opportunity like he's got before him right now. That's got to be special to him.
The word for Seth Jones is elite. He is one of those defensemen that when he's out on the ice, he influences the entire game. His ability, his skill, his passing, his skating, the way he joins the rush, he's an extra attacker, and I'm looking forward to see him play for the Chicago Blackhawks.
So I'm banking on Seth Jones. Hey, Marquette Bank, wake up to a better way to bank with Marquette Bank and Fun Rewards. And now it's time for the keys to tonight's game, sponsored by Team Hochberg. If you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance your existing home, go to 56david.com. And folks, I have done so with David Hochberg, and he did a great job for me. His crew worked tirelessly. They took care of every little detail, and I'll go ahead and recommend him. Give him a shot. 56david.com. Colby's got the keys. Go ahead, Colby.
Well, it's perfect that you just talked about Seth Jones, because when I think about the keys to this game, the first thing that comes to mind, it's clean breakouts. You've got to get out clean. That first pass, it's so important against this skilled Colorado Avalanche team, and Seth Jones will be a big part of those clean breakouts. And then as I move my way down the list, the Chicago Blackhawks need to be physical. When you look at the way the Colorado Avalanche are built, they want to hold the puck, they want to play offense. So if you're in their face, you play relentless hockey like Jeremy Colleton likes to talk about, and you're more physical, you're going to have success. And the last one, John, it's the special teams. The Chicago Blackhawks power play looked very good in the preseason for forwards and Seth Jones. Lots of puck movement, lots of body movement, and I'm excited to see this new look power play tonight.
Now, you and Joe Brand talked a little bit about the fact that Nathan MacKinnon will not be available to the Avalanche here tonight, and that's good news for the Blackhawks. But even without Nathan MacKinnon, this Avalanche team is formidable. Not only are they skilled, but they're a big, big team, and they really come at you with a physical play.
Yeah, that's why you have to be physical. You've got to be right in their face, right in their shorts. You have to take time and space away if you want to have success.
One position I'm going to be keeping an eye on is the Colorado goaltending position with Darcy Kemper. And I'll tell you what, we'll get to more of that in just a minute. But right now, Colby has this important bit of business. Go ahead.
Well, we talk about Seth Jones. He was a new acquisition by the Chicago Blackhawks. But there's another guy who's pretty familiar, John, to Chicago. And I'm going to go ahead and say the Chicago Blackhawks acquired a guy by the name of Jonathan Toews for this season. Missed all of last season.
Right.
He's back. He had a great preseason, put up a ton of points, and that is why Jonathan Toews is my Ditch Witch Midwest pick to perform. Since 1970, Ditch Witch Midwest has been your partner for trenchers, cable plows, and directional drills. Visit ditchwitchmidwest.com.
He finished tied for the lead in preseason scoring, which was really great to see, and his face-off win percentage hovered around the 70% mark in the preseason, so this will be a good test for the captain. I mentioned how big and physical the Colorado Avalanche can be, and you mentioned Johnny not playing last year, but from all appearances, he has made a complete recovery and should be ready to compete here tonight against the Colorado Avalanche. I'm going to be interested to see how Toews works down low in the Colorado end, particularly in the area around the net and maybe even behind the net, because he seems to be most effective against the end boards when he's working against a big defenseman who thinks he's got position, and suddenly Toews is gone with the puck.
And the preseason is a different beast than the regular season. It's going to be more physical tonight, John. It's going to be faster. The speed really turns up. We talked about this during the preseason. The first game or two, it's at one level. The next two games, it jumps up a few percent. Then the last preseason game hits a new record and a new level. Well, now it's the regular season. Guys are jazzed. They're amped. This building is full here in Colorado, so you're going to see more speed, more physicality. You're going to see that extra effort, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Jonathan Toews is able to adjust to that and come along after missing all of last season.
And one last thing I'll say, Colby, before the anthem, and Jonathan Toews is going to be involved in this. Last year, the Blackhawks gave up the most chances off of rush chances is what I'm trying to say. They gave up the most in the National Hockey League. I know that's a factor that head coach Jeremy Colleton and the coaching staff want to try and limit starting tonight, and I know Toews is going to be a big part of that.
You're spot on with that, Wides. I think he's a guy who does everything in three zones. He holds his teammates accountable. When you know you got to come back to the bench and look Jonathan Toews in the eyes,
yeah,
don't undermine how powerful that is. I wouldn't want to do it as a broadcaster, so I don't think the young players are looking for it either.
Johnny can give you the stare for sure. All right, we've talked enough. Let's send it down to ice level and pick up our Star Spangled Banner here tonight.
Spangled Banner, as performed this evening by Jake Schroeder.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. No, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land land of the free and the home of the brave.
Jake Schroeder with our Star-Spangled Banner. Here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. In goal for the Colorado Avalanche is going to be Darcy Kemper, 4-2-1 with one shutout against the Blackhawks in his career. At defense for Colorado are going to be Cale Makar and Samuel Girard. Up front from left to right, their captain Gabriel Landeskog starts at left wing. Centering the opening line for the Avalanche is Nazem Kadri, and starting at the right wing is Mikko Rantanen. And for the Blackhawks, it's Marc-Andre Fleury in goal. His career record against Colorado, 15-8-2 with 3 shutouts. At defense for the Hawks, Jake McCabe and Connor Murphy. Up front from left to right, it's going to be Dominic Kubalik at left wing. Centering the Hawks opening line, Jonathan Toews. And starting at the right wing is Philip Kurashev. Our referees tonight are Graham Skeletor and Chris Schlenker. The linesmen are Mitch Hunt and Kyle Murchison. Game number 1 of an 82-game slate set to begin. We go down to center ice. It's Toews against Kadri to get her going. And the 21-22 Chicago Blackhawks season is underway as Toews wins the draw. McCabe back in the Hawk zone, tried to put the puck back out to Toews at center ice. A hustling play by Rantanen to knock it loose into the Hawk zone. Then it's cleared back to center ice by Jake McCabe. Here's Kadri, left wing at center ice, in front of the penalty timekeeper's bench. Spins it down the boards in behind the Hawk net, rolls up the far side, and then Rantanen runs into his teammate Kadri and catches a high stick right in the mug. Hawks get the puck back, and Rantanen checking out his chicklets. He'll head to the Colorado bench as the Hawks get the puck in their end. Murphy, right wing sideboards, passing ahead now to Tyler Johnson, center ice. Whips it over to Patrick Kane along the left boards, and back to Calvin DeHaan, Hawk zone. Then to Connor Murphy, Hawk line. He'll flip the puck down to the left wing corner in the Colorado zone. Eric Johnson runs into Tyler Johnson, and the Avs come out of their end, led by Valeri Nichushkin to center ice. To Eric Johnson, the number 1 pick in the 2006 draft, where he dumps the puck over to the left corner Hawk zone. It's corralled now by Seth Jones. Passing to Patrick Kane. He's in over the Avalanche line of the right wing. Lost the puck down to the corner. Jack Johnson of the Avalanche gets the puck back, and he'll pass it up the right wing. And making his NHL debut is Sampo Ranta for the Colorado Avalanche. Put the puck into the right wing corner Hawk zone. It's centered out and picked off by Alex DeBrincat of the Hawks.
Good coverage by the Blackhawks there. Alex DeBrincat coming all the way back to the top of the crease to break up a play against the Avs, and that's what you want to see, your forwards being responsible, John, and reloading.
Deep in the Avs zone, Hagel digs the puck out, put it out to the left point. Riley Stillman with a drive, and that deflects down in front of the net and wide. Here's Tyson Jost for the Avs on the right wing to center ice, front of the benches. Bothered by a couple of Hawks, lost the puck. Hagel the other way, back into the Avs zone, left wing to Kirby Dach, down the slide, he shoots, it's just over the net. Great chance there by Kirby Dach. And the puck taken by Jason Megna in the near corner of the Avs zone. The Chicago area native put it around, and then Sammy Girard will spin it up the left wing side. Here's Logan O'Connor into the Hawk zone. He'll fire a shot. You heard it clean off one of the posts, and it ricochets out. Puck ends up now at the Colorado blue line. O'Connor there. Passing it ahead now to Megna. He'll drop into the left wing corner in the Hawk zone. Darren Helm rides Connor Murphy into the boards. And a shot now from the left wing boards by O'Connor. Turned out of there. Hawks get the puck back. Murphy back of the net. Put the puck around but not out. Here's Darren Helm in the right wing corner. Flipped it into the deep slot area. Picked off by Ryan Carpenter of the Hawks. And he lost the puck at center ice as he overskated it. He was checked partially there by O'Connor. Play ends up back in the Hawk zone. And McCabe will now poke it over, and Seth Jones will touch the puck down to the Avalanche blue line. Eric Johnson to Nazem Kadri into the Hawk zone to the left circle. A toe drag and a shot, and that's off of Seth Jones' skate and up into the protective netting. Well, we've already had a furious pace. Hard to believe that 2:51 is already gone in the hockey game. No score, Hawks and Avalanche.
Seth Jones making his defensive play noticeably felt with a good play there, taking the rush against Rantanen and easily deflecting this one up and over the boards. And those stick plays, goaltenders love when a defenseman has a good stick and redirects those up and into the netting. I can't tell you the amount of times the goaltender looked to me and said, thanks for that, good play. Yeah. So it's a nice play by Seth Jones. Good defensive play, something that he talked about wanting to improve after the preseason.
Draw to the right of Marc-Andre Fleury. And Philip Kurashev wins it from the Avalanche's Nazem Kadri. Hawks get the puck. Kubalik from the left wing boards, passing to Taves through center ice. Wheeling over the Av line, down the right wing, stopping along the half boards. Put it back to Seth Jones, right point. He floats one in front of the Av net. And Kubalik was set up there to try and deflect it. He was nudged wide by Makar. Here's Gabriel Landeskog into the Hawk zone, top of the right circle. Drops it off, and a shot from Bowen Byram. That ricochets wide of the Hawk net. Landeskog from the left wing boards tried to center. Picked off by the Hawks. Here's Taves. The Kubalik left wing center ice at the end of his shift. He'll snap it down in on Kemper, who slaps the puck away to the near boards in the Av end. Kurashev had it for a moment, then Kurashev took it back at the right point. Flipped it down the boards, taken away by Bowen Byram, and from in front of the Colorado net, he'll wheel to center. Here's Byram in over the Hawk line down the left wing, firing a shot that was blocked by Connor Murphy. Avs get the puck back. Nichushkin at the left point, overskates the puck, lost it there, and Alex DeBrincat will poke it down to the Av blue line. Bowen Byram back to get it there. Taking one pick after Kirby Dach in the 2019 draft. And Bowen Byram from Western Canada, as is Kirby Dach, playing for the Avalanche. Byram here, in behind the Colorado net. Jack Johnson and the Hawks' Alex DeBrincat battle. Murphy now from the right point will fire, and a blocker save made by the goaltender Kemper. And then DeBrincat finishes his check on Nichushkin, who put it out to center. Here's Jack Johnson into the Hawk zone down the side with a backhand. He scores! Well, Jack Johnson picks up his first Colorado goal. He got free through center ice and took a handoff from Nichushkin, who was pasted with a body check by DeBrincat, but Nichushkin took the check and made the play. Johnson scoring on a breakaway, the first goal of the season. It's 1-0 Colorado.
This one's just a mishap. Jake McCabe was skating back to get into defensive position on the left side of the ice, right inside the face-off dot, and as he pivoted his heels to go backwards, he actually runs in to Tyler Johnson. They didn't see each other. So Jake McCabe loses his footing out by the blue line, which creates a ton of space and gives the defenseman, Jack Johnson, who just signed recently in the last couple of days from a tryout agreement with the Avalanche, a breakaway from the blue line in. And give Johnson credit. Made a nice move to the backhand and put that thing right under the bar.
So 1-0 Avs as we rejoin the play. Riley Stillman at the Colorado blue line on the left wing side. Snaps the puck down in behind their net. Taken out by Ryan Murray. He'll move it ahead to center ice. Alex Newhook sent it into the Hawk zone along the left wing side boards. It's taken back, though, by the Avs. And now at the Av blue line again, Ryan Murray with a pass ahead to center ice. Deflects off Newhook, sticking down behind the Hawk net. Stillman to move it around at the left wing to Hagel. To Kirby Dach in over the Av line, down the left wing to the corner. He stops, loses his edge, and falls down. Lost the puck as well. Ronto will push it out to center ice. Samuel Girard into the Hawk zone. Let the puck go down between the circles. Picked off by Calvin DeHaan, and the Hawks defenseman will stop in beside his net. DeHaan with a pass ahead. This is over the stick of Jujhar Khaira and down, and icing is called against the Hawks. 1-0 Colorado.
Something we're going to hear a lot of this year, and it's every goal and assist by Patrick Kane or Jonathan Taves is sponsored by ChevyDriveChicago.com. Check out Chevy's shop, click and drive. Shop online 24/7 at ChevyDriveChicago.com.
Draw to the right of Marc-Andre Fleury. It's going to be Kadri facing off for Colorado. And that's against Mackenzie Entwistle of the Hawks. The Avs get the puck. Here's Eric Johnson with a drive from the top of the right circle. And that deflects wide. I believe that hit Seth Jones' stick. Gabriel Landeskog with a puck near the left wing boards. Hawk in. Works his way free from DeHaan. Put it out in front. And Kadri slapped it just wide. In the far corner, Seth Jones works the puck up the boards. Not out. Eric Johnson for the right point. Shoots. They score. And it looks like Landeskog was able to tip that puck. He was tied up with Calvin DeHaan in front of the net. That may have actually hit DeHaan and gone in. Either way, the Avalanche now lead 2-0 with 14:12 left in the first.
The Blackhawks having a tough time getting out of the zone clean, John. One of the things we talked about in the pregame was clean breakouts. You can't give this high-flying Avalanche team second and third chances. And this is just a shot that comes from the point from Eric Johnson that actually redirects twice. It hits Kadri at the top of the blue line, and then it redirects off of Landeskog, who's back in front of the net. And there is absolutely nothing Marc-Andre Fleury can do about that one. 2 deflections on a wrist shot from the right-hand corner of the blue line. That's a tough one for Fleury.
So the Hawks have dug themselves a little bit of a hole here, but a long way to go. 14 minutes left in period number 1. They trail 2-0. Back at the Colorado line as we rejoin the play. Girard put the puck over to Jack Johnson. He'll move it ahead off the left wing boards down into the Hawk end. Jake McKay back in the net. Spun it around the left wing side. Kubalik grabs the puck for the Hawks. Rink-wide pass. Here's Taves in over the Yav line down the right wing. Works his way past Jack Johnson and flips the puck in behind the Yav net. Tried to kick it free to his stick. This is taken back by Valeri Nichushkin. He lost the puck at the right point to Ian Mitchell of the Hawks. He tried to slap it on goal. This deflects behind the net. Jack Johnson winds it around. JT Comfort, a Chicago area native to center ice, will backhand it off the left boards and down in behind the Hawk net. Fleury let it go to Ian Mitchell. Mitchell passing on the right wing. Tyler Johnson of the Hawks pushes the puck ahead into the Av zone, taken by the Cat, Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat along the left boards, put it down to Kane, back of the net, fed it up the slot. This is picked off by Landeskog. Avalanche captain back through center ice. In over the Hawk line right wing to Kadri, top of the left circle. Drop pass, Mikko Rantanen shoots, and down is Fleury with a butterfly save. He'll hold the puck, and we get a whistle stop and play. Well, early on, it's 2-0 in favor of the Avs out here in Colorado. We'll be back after this break. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
With Prime, get light bulbs delivered in a day. Edison would be proud.
Indeed, I'm proud.
Get your everyday essentials delivered fast. Prime changes everything.
There's Pablo in his natural habitat, opening his internet bill in fear.
No!
He just saw his 12-month promotional price ended. Uh-oh, and he just discovered the equipment fees. Back away slowly.
If your internet bill drives you wild, just remember, you're not a bad person. You just need a straightforward price. Get AT&T Fiber. Unlimited internet with no price increase at 12 months. Visit att.com/no hidden fees. Limited availability in select areas.
I'm Adrienne Bankert, host of News Nation's brand new show, Morning in America. It's a morning show that's offering a fresh perspective on the day's stories. Wake up to something good.
Morning in America, weekdays starting at 6 a.m. on News Nation.
Hello, Chicago. Ashley Banfield here. Tune into Banfield weeknights on News Nation and let's talk. Find us on Comcast, Channel 223, DirecTV 307, and AT&T UVerse 1180. That's Banfield weeknights at 9 on News Nation.
Bob Surratt, your 4-hour energy drink, 5 until 9.
Now, back to the game.
Welcome back into Denver, Colorado, as the Blackhawks trail 2-0, 12:55 remaining in the first period. But, John, I want to talk a little bit about Chicago's home opener. And, boy, the Chills are back. Join us for a special night of festivities as we return to the United Center in full voice for the first time in nearly 19 months to kick off the 21-22 season. Visit Blackhawks.com/tickets to secure your seats now. And something you and I have talked a lot about, there are some great seats that are available to come to that game.
Yep, get on the stick and get your tickets. Come to the home opener. You'll see an exciting hockey game as the New York Islanders come to town. Here's a shot now off of Eric Johnson's stick from the left wing point. It's into the glove of Fleury, and he will hold on. So the Islanders starting on a 13-game road trip to begin their season because their arena's not ready. How about that? Wow.
But it'll be good when they do get that arena. That's something they've been craving for a long time there out in Long Island.
I will personally miss the Nassau Coliseum because I thought it was one of the better barns in the league. But, like everything else.
You love that old beauty. When you talk about Chicago Stadium, I get the chills when you talk about it. I know how much you love that old beauty, John.
I did. I always tell people that second balcony behind the last row of seats on the railing, I think that's as close to heaven as I'm going to get on this earth. We get back to the play at the Colorado blue line. Eric Johnson takes the puck and wings it off the left side boards. Down behind the Hawk net it goes. Fleury spits it over to Doc, who can't clear the zone. Kept in by the Avs. And from the line, here's Renta putting the puck in front of the Hawk net. We get a collision. Alex Newhook in to get it. A native of St. John's, Newfoundland. That's the easternmost city in North America. At the line now, Girard grabs the puck and fires one up off the glass behind the Hawks net. And Calvin Nahan will settle it down. The Avs on a line change. Nahan sends a pass up the right side to center ice, picked off by Girard to Helm. Sends it over the boards or down the boards and in behind the Hawk net. And Fleury plays it around to DeHaan. He'll stick it down to the Av blue line. Samuel Girard there again. Will flip the puck ahead, intended for Logan O'Connor, but it's past his stick into the Hawk zone. Mitchell had it, waves it behind the net, but the Avs get it. And O'Connor flips it from the right circle across into the near corner. Jason Megna now along the right boards. Put it out to the right point. Cale Makar, who didn't play any games in the preseason for Colorado. Makar put the puck in behind the Hawk net. Fleury sends it around. O'Connor picks it off. Here's O'Connor down the right wing into the Hawk zone with a hard wrist shot, and Fleury down with a butterfly save. Now falls into the net, and we get a little bit of a dust-up going on. Riley Stillman mixing it up with Valeri Nichushkin, who takes exception to Stillman's, let's just say, defensive play there. We get a stoppage and play. Face-off circle to the left of Marc-Andre Fleury. You think maybe a scrap right now might switch the tone in this hockey game, because right now it's all Colorado.
Riley Stillman, he's a player that is not afraid to get his nose dirty. He plays the game with an edge. He's a young guy, only 22 years old, who came over to the Chicago Blackhawks as part of that Henrik Borgstrom trade. And he's a guy who's going to keep developing, being physical when he gets the opportunity. The son of former NHLer Corey Stillman.
Draw to the left of Marc-Andre Fleury. And now Jujhar Khaira will step in and take it against JT Compher. I mentioned he's from the Chicagoland area.
Former Michigan Wolverine.
Yeah. Khaira wins the draw to Murphy. Now Murphy, the near corner Hawk zone, will fire it ahead, and this deflects down ice. Icing's going to be the call.
Last year, John, a lot of milestones were hit, and Patrick Kane joined the illustrious 1,000 NHL Game Club last March. But during a season without fans, he chose to push the celebration until he could be back home with the best fans in the NHL. Be there the 21st of October and visit blackhawks.com/tickets to secure your seats now.
That'll be a special night. Silver stick for Patrick Kane for playing in his 1,000th game. That's going to be pretty cool.
He's creeping up on a lot of great Chicago Blackhawks records right now that you and I are going to get to witness, John.
Absolutely. From the draw in the Hawk zone, here's a drive from Rantanen from just inside the blue line in the deep slot, and that deflects off the shelf that separates the boards and the glass and pops up into the air and knocked up and out of play. So they'll face it off once again in the Hawk zone, this time in the circle to Fleury's left. Hawks a little bit back on their heels right now. Yeah, need something to build some momentum on.
Not clean, getting out cleanly on the breakout. When you give this Avalanche team second and third opportunities to keep pucks alive, they'll hurt you.
Off the draw, here's Makar from the right point. Racing down with the puck now in behind the net, and then he lost the handle. Girard takes it back at the left point, does a little spin, waves it over to the right wing boards, and then pass to Makar, high slot, sends it in on goal, and a kneeling save made by Fleury. Murphy will lift the puck off the glass and down ice into the Av zone. They're going to wave the icing. Makar then turns it over in the corner. Ryan Carpenter on the scene. Work the puck free. They'll put it in behind the Av net. Girard steps in front of the Hawks' Tyler Johnson, but Carpenter in to take it away, and then Carpenter lost it with a pass to right under the stick of Landeskog. He's through center ice over the Hawk line, right wing, hits a wide open Bowen Byram, left circle, he shoots and scores. For Bowen Byram, that's his first National Hockey League goal. Playing in his 20th NHL game. Byram let it rip from the left wing circle, and it beats Fleury on the glove side. It's now 3-0 Colorado with 10:26 left in period one.
Well, this goal starts back in the offensive zone for the Chicago Blackhawks. They get the puck in deep, they're possessing it, but then it's that turnover, John. Carpenter's looking to hit Seth Jones out at that center point. The puck gets turned over to Gabriel Landeskog, who cruises down the right side of the ice. He drives it in to about the top of the circle, cuts up, hits Byram late, who's a left-handed shot coming down the left-handed side. He beats Fleury over the glove, and now Jeremy Colleton's going to use the timeout, which I like. I think that in a situation like this, where it feels like Colorado's all over you, you're having a hard time getting out of your zone, it's good to call the timeout, calm the troops down. We've got a long way to go. We've got 10 minutes left in the first period. There's still 20 of the second and 20 in the third. So take a deep breath, regroup, simplify your game. Something the Blackhawks did so well in the preseason was get the puck deep, get in on the forecheck, and create turnovers. So simplify things. get the puck up, make short support passes, and go to work on the forecheck.
So 3-0 in favor of Colorado. The Avs have outshot the Blackhawks 12-2 to further illustrate how this has been such a one-sided affair so far. Here now a shot from the slot off Magna's stick, turned out of there by Fleury. Follow-up shot from Byram now, top of the left circle, turned out of there by Fleury. Another shot by Comfort. Fleury kicked it away, then another shot from the top of the right circle by Eric Johnson. That's knocked away by Fleury. Seth Jones with the puck back of the Hawk net. Passing up the left wing side. DeBrincat shot it across the rink, intended for Patrick Kane, picked off by the Avs. Here's Byram with the puck now near corner Avs zone. Pile driven with a body check from DeBrincat, but passing ahead to Nichushkin, left wing at center ice, and he'll dump the puck down into the Hawk zone off the end boards. And now McKay put it over to Murphy, then a pass up the right wing to Hagel. He deflects the puck down into the right wing corner in the Avalanche zone. Henrik Borgstrom battling there with the Avalanche's Ryan Murray. Worked the puck loose back of the net. And then Borgstrom took it back, tried to flip it in front for Hagel. This is picked off by Ranta of the Avs, who steps into a check at center ice from McCabe, but put the puck into the right wing corner, Hawk in. And now Borgstrom along the left wing boards. Had his stick lifted, lost the puck down into the corner. Murphy battling with Ranta, works the puck free to Hagel. Head to Kirby Dach. He's through center ice over the Av line left wing. Dock to the corner, then to the half boards. Holding the puck, sets up Stillman straight away with a drive, and this deflects up into the protective netting and out of play. 3-0 Colorado with 9 minutes left in period number 1 out here at the Ball Arena in Denver. We'll be right back after this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Bob Surratt.
That old DJ is worth listening to.
Bob Surratt starts your day.
Head to the heart of Illinois and visit the Peoria area. Experience life along the river and enter for a chance to win a Discover Peoria getaway, including a 2-night hotel stay, Spirit of Peoria cruise tickets, and more. Visit WGNradio.com/contests.
The first bet on Caesars Sportsbook app is up to $5,000 risk-free, people. When I told my team about the idea, they said I was being too wonderful and magnificent. But I don't care how awesome this makes me. I'm doing this for the people. So just download the app, and that first bet is up to $5,000 risk-free. Caesar made an app for the people.
Must be 21. Offer valid in Indiana only and for new players. Paid in bet credits. Terms and conditions apply. See Caesars.com/promos. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
The independent agents that represent Indiana Farmers Insurance know if you want to earn a farmer's business, you first have to earn their trust. Farmers have enough to worry about, so it's great to know that we have their backs, that we know what's important to their business, their family, and their life. They know we're in this together, and that's how work gets done. Visit IndianaFarmersInsurance.com to find the agent that's near you and right for you. That's IndianaFarmersInsurance.com.
My crusade for the perfect pizza crust has led me here, pining over a backyard wood-fired oven. But how do I bake this build into my budget? Where can I get some solid guidance on my finances? Who can help me understand if I have the dough for this?
A little financial advice. At Regions, we know that's important because your Life Green checking account comes with Greenprint. Financial planning with a banker who will help you create a personal budget and live in the moment. Make your appointment at Regions.com/Greenprint. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Back to Denver along with Colby Cohen. I'm John Weideman for Chicago Blackhawks Hockey. It's the season opener here at the Ball Arena, and the Avalanche have a 3-0 lead with 9 minutes left in period number 1. Face-off circle to the left of Darcy Kemper inside the Avalanche zone. Jonathan Toews against Nazem Kadri of the Avalanche. And the drop of the puck, Toews wins it. Got it to the near boards, and then Byram steps in to take it away, put the puck behind the net. Eric Johnson will pound it around off the boards and down. We're going to get another whistle for icing and another face-off in the Avalanche zone. 3-0 Avs.
And what a big move it is for Chicago to have Jonathan Toews in moments like this. Things have not gone their way this first period. Jeremy Colleton using his timeout. Well, after the timeout, he goes to the Jonathan Toews line. We're going to see a lot of that this year.
Toews wins this draw, but their linesman's going to blow it dead, make him do it again. This time it's in the circle to Kemper's right. Just great to see him back taking draws again. Blackhawks were under 50% as a team last year in faceoffs largely because Jonathan Toews wasn't available. I mean, the guys did their level best, but he's one of the best in the league is Toews, and now he overskates the puck at the Avalanche blue line. He took it back and put it into the Avs zone on a delayed offside. The Avs get it back. Erik Johnson passes on the right wing at center ice to Mikko Rantanen. He'll put it down the boards behind the Hawk net. Round into the near corner it goes. Seth Jones with a pass up the right wing. Philip Kurashev, Hawk line. He's able to push the puck to center ice. Taken back by Makar to Helm over the Hawk line. He'll fire from the left circle. That deflects off the glass back of the net. Seth Jones pokes the puck to center ice. Philip Kurashev on the left wing side, front of the benches, will wrist it down the boards and in behind the Avalanche net. Kemper stopping it there for Samuel Girard. Lead pass for Megna through center ice. In over the Hawk line to the left circle where he fires, and a glove save made by Fleury. Fleury holds the puck for a whistle. Face-off is going to be in the circle to his right. 8 minutes exactly left in the period.
Well, it's such a good sight to see a full building here in Colorado and seeing all the different merchandise, the jerseys. And back in Chicago, John, we have the 4 Stars collection that is now available at cbhshop.com, inspired by the colors of our city and featuring styles perfect for hockey season. This collection honors the Blackhawks, home since its establishment in 1926. Visit cbhshop.com to shop now.
From the faceoff, the puck slides to the blue line, and Jack Johnson will wave it down the left sideboards to Megna. He'll spin it in behind the Hawk net into the far corner. Jujhar Khaira works it free down between the circles to Connor Murphy. Pass up the right wing. Carpenter hit hard by Jack Johnson at the Hawk line. As the puck deflects down into the Avalanche zone, Ryan Murray sends it to center ice. Jujhar Khaira took it away at the Hawk blue line. Back to Riley Stillman, Hawk zone. Whips it over along the right boards to Connor Murphy. Murphy wearing a letter for the Blackhawks this season with a pass ahead for Khaira into the Av zone. It's off his stick. Puck turned over and spun down ice by Jack Johnson into the Hawk end. And now it's taken back by Seth Jones. Passing left wing Ryan Carpenter. Rink wide pass Tyler Johnson. In over the Av line on the right wing, and he let go a shot that deflected wide of the net. Avs get it back. Compher will stick the puck down the boards into the Hawk end. Jake McCabe knocks it free to the near side. Seth Jones with a pass ahead to Tyler Johnson. To Alex DeBrincat at the Av line right wing. He'll flip it down the boards behind the net to himself, and then he's pile driven by Girard with a body check. And the Avs come back up ice, led by Rantanen to the Hawk blue line. Dumping the puck to the left wing corner. Jake McCabe's able to fish it out and work it free to Seth Jones. To Patrick Kane to Seth Jones through center ice. Put it in over the Av line. DeBrincat down the left wing side. Working to the corner on Byram. Spins it behind the Av net to the right wing boards to Seth Jones. To Patrick Kane along the end boards. Kane will roll up the right side boards with the puck. Turns and fires from the top of the right circle. And Kemper down with a butterfly save will hold the puck. That's only the 3rd shot on goal for the Hawks in this game. They trail 3-0 now with 6:22 left in period number 1.
A good chance for the Chicago Blackhawks. It's Patrick Kane, who's a left-handed shot, comes rolling out of the left corner and up over the circle. He's on his forehand. He has middle ice, but he sees Kirby Dach, John, hanging out right in front of the net, so he wrists one in with the hopes Dach will tip it. The goaltender makes a good save. Blackhawks have an offensive zone draw, something they have not had a lot of this period.
No. It's going to be Kirby Dach against Tyson Jost on the draw. On the drop of the puck, Jost wins it now for the Avs. Erik Johnson behind the Av net. They'll move it out to center ice. Hawks get it back. Hagel hustling into the Av zone. Down the left wing to the corner. Became entangled with Bowen Byram. Oh, and a big hit by Kirby Dach on Jost, knocking him down back in the net. Hawks get the puck. Here's DeHaan from the left point, firing a wrist shot wide. Puck tumbles out to the right point, taken by Ian Mitchell. Slaps it down back of the net. Dach hit, but put it out to the left point. Here's a shot from DeHaan. Stopped at the defense. And then the puck is knocked to center ice by Erik Johnson. Hawks will take it back at their line. DeHaan with a pass now to Hagel. Colorado blue line. He'll dump the puck down to the right wing corner, then in behind the Av net. And Bowen Byram will carry it ahead to center ice up the right wing. Give the puck ahead to Landeskog over the Hawk line. To Rantanen along the left wing boards. Tried to feed a pass through, came back to Rantanen. He lost the puck now to Kubalik inside the line. To Taves at center ice, floats it ahead into the Av zone for Kurashev. Passes over a stick in the slot. Kurashev got it back right wing corner. Spins it behind the Av net into the left wing corner. Jake McCabe will sweep it back in behind, but it comes around up the near side. And now Rantanen clears the Av zone to center ice. Gave it to Landeskog left point. Down to Rantanen in the left wing corner. Spins it behind the net at the far side, and McCarr for the Avs will wave it back down in behind the Hawk net. Jake McCabe's got it now at the top of the Hawk crease. Teams and line changes.
Yeah, Patrick Kane's line jumps out on the ice with Alex DeBrincat as he carries up center ice and dumps it in. But him, Tyler Johnson, and Patrick Kane, they started together the first day of training camp, and they are still together.
Mikko Rantanen into the Hawk zone, dropping it top of the right circle. This is actually Andre Burakovsky, who won a Stanley Cup with Washington in 2018. Now we're going to get our first penalty of the season. A hooking call coming up here to the Avs, and the Hawks for the first time this year in the regular season are going to go to the Feeling Good Citgo power play. We'll have it for you when we return. 3-0 Avs with 4:30 left in the first. It's Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is reconnecting neighborhoods by growing community gardens and farms through the Love Tito's Block to Block program. By teaming up with Love Tito's, Growing Places Indy is able to replace and rebuild raised garden beds at its main farm site. To lend a hand and become a volunteer, visit growingplacesindy.org/volunteer. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume.
With Prime, get light bulbs delivered in a day. Edison would be proud.
Indeed, I'm proud.
Get your everyday essentials delivered fast. Prime changes everything.
When it comes to working at Geico, our best advocates are our employees, like Michael. But since he is so focused on growing his career, we hired an actor to read his story.
If you want a job where you get out as much as you put in, Geico is the best place to work. Plus, we promote from within, so there are no ceilings placed on your opportunities.
They even offer parental leave to full-time employees. So there's nothing stopping him from going all the way to the top. But not too high. He's scared of heights.
Ready to start your career, Indy? We're hiring claim sales and service agents. Apply online today at geico.job/Indy.
So, what are you sipping? Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up, or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah! Start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
Join me, Anna Devlantis, weekdays 1 to 4 on 720 and smart devices everywhere.
Now, back to the game.
Welcome back in here to Denver, Colorado. John Weideman, Colby Cohen here, calling the action in the first period. The Blackhawks trail 3-0, 4:30 remaining in the first. And John, we're going to get a look here at this power play that I talked about that had a very successful preseason. It'll be 4 forwards for the Blackhawks: Taves, Kane, Johnson, and Alex DeBrincat, and Seth Jones will be the lone defenseman joining him on this first power play.
JT Compher was given the gate 2 for hooking at 15:30 of period number 1. Kane from the right circle, firing a shot. Eric Johnson blocked it. Hawks get it back. Tyler Johnson put it out to the right point. Seth Jones down to Patrick Kane along the right boards. Now Seth Jones along the blue line will flip it into the left wing corner. Alex DeBrincat's got it there to Tyler Johnson, top of the left circle. To Seth Jones at the line, straightaway deep slot to Kane, right circle, put it over to DeBrincat. And from the top of the left circle, he snaps the puck in front of the Av net. It misses Taves' stick, and it deflects wide. Kane to DeBrincat, left circle. One-timer, blocked by Jack Johnson. DeBrincat got it back from the left wing corner and makes a blind backhand pass into the slot, picked off by Tyson Jost, and he'll fire it all the way down.
A good start to this Blackhawk power play. Jonathan Taves and Patrick Kane moving the puck well.
Now the puck turned over. Now Nichushkin had it poke checked away with a timely poke check from Patrick Kane. To Jones, to Kubalik over the Av line on the right wing. He was checked, lost the puck, and Ryan Murray will fire it all the way down. 59 seconds left on the minor penalty to Compher.
We'll see this second power play unit quarterbacked by Ian Mitchell, Kirby Dach, Kubalik, Philip Kurashev, and Henrik Borgstrom.
There's Mitchell, left point over to Kubalik. He shoots, he scores! A power play goal by Dominic Kubalik. A one-timer from the top of the right circle. You heard it clang the underneath side of the crossbar. A power play goal, and the Hawks are on the board. Kubalik strikes first in the season. 3-1 in favor of Colorado.
A perfect shot by Kubalik, who's a left-handed shot lined up on the top of the right-handed circle. And Ian Mitchell, the lone defenseman on this second power play unit, gathers the puck on the right-handed side. He feathers that over across the top of the box, and Kubalik with an absolute missile of a one-timer shot under the bar. You could hear it. Bing, bing. That's always a good sign. The hands went up. The building got nice and quiet, and now the Blackhawks can breathe a sigh of relief. They're on the board. They are back in striking distance of this game, John.
Well, that was only the Hawks' 5th shot of the game, but for Kubalik, his first goal, first on the power play from Mitchell at 16:47 of period number 1. A long way to go in the game, but a good start to get it back headed in the right direction. At the Avalanche blue line, now at center ice, here's Landeskog in front of the penalty timekeeper's bench. Tried to flip the puck ahead, and it ends up in the Hawk zone where Murphy steps into Rantanen. Rantanen had to sidestep Murphy and lost the puck. Jake McCabe pokes it down into the Av zone. Cale Makar with a pass up ice. Misses Nichushkin, but he races down to the dots ahead of Murphy to negate the icing. And then they get their sticks on the puck same time and knock it behind the Hawk net. DeHaan has the puck as the whistle blows. We're going to get another penalty here.
It's like too many men.
Chicago, bench minor penalty, too many men on the ice.
Yep.
Well, I didn't go to math class too often in college, but I can count to 6, and 6 is too many. So the Blackhawks are going to be shorthanded here for the next 2 minutes of the first period, which has 2 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. Tyler Johnson is going to step in and serve this one, and the Colorado Avalanche have a lot of threats. They've got a lot of guys who can score goals. They're a high-flying team, giving them power play opportunities. Not something you want to do. In the keys to the game tonight, John, I talked about winning the special teams game. So far, the Blackhawks, they've got the power play goal. So now it's time for the penalty kill to go to work.
Well, the face-off will be in the circle to Fleury's right. It's going to be Taves against Landeskog on the draw. The two captains face off. And now the drop of the puck. Taves is able to work it free and clear down ice. Captain did it all by himself.
Yeah, how important is having him? I mean, you've been watching it for 13 seasons, but just getting him to win that opening draw on a penalty kill to get the puck down the ice and kill 20, 30 seconds, that's huge.
Yep. Here's Landeskog into the Hawk zone to Comfer along the left wing boards to Burakovsky. Moves it high slot Makar. He'll fire a wrist shot, and Fleury down with a butterfly save. Holds the puck. And now Seth Jones mixing it up with J.T. Comfer, who tried to get a stick in there and wedge the puck free from the equipment of Fleury. And Jones gave him a whack with his stick. The linesman intervened. 1:35 left on the minor penalty to Tyler Johnson, who's serving the too many men on the ice penalty for the Hawks. Faceoff stays on the Hawk zone. This will be in the circle to Fleury's left. Shots on goal now 18-5 in favor of Colorado. Taves will once again face off with J.T. Comfer this time of the Avs. And now the drop of the puck. Taves wins another. To Murphy back in the net. To Kirby Dach along the right boards, and he'll spin it through the air all the way down and right in on goal. And Kemper lays his goal stick down to knock it wide to Makar.
Another good clear by the Blackhawks. It's got to go 200 feet when you're facing a power play as lethal as Colorado's.
Comfer gains the Hawk zone. Passes on the left wing side to Landeskog. Put it out to the line. And a nice play by Jake McCabe to slap the puck down ice. Here's DeBrincat shorthanded over the Av line. Right circle, shoots! And Kemper makes the save with a body. Loose puck beside the net. Kirby Dach poking at it. And Kemper comes up with the puck in his glove. Good shorthanded chance there for the Hawks. All because of strong defensive play in the Blackhawks defensive zone.
Kirby Dach and Alex DeBrincat winning battles up around the blue line, getting a little bit of help from Riley Stillman. They go in on the 2-on-1. Alex DeBrincat, a right-handed shot. Kirby Dach, also a right-handed shot on the left side. He was open for the one-timer. He turned. DeBrincat took the shot, put it at the net. The goaltender, Kemper, didn't handle it well. And if I had to pick a bright spot this period, other than the power play goal, John, Kirby Dach has come to play tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Had a big hit. He's been good on the kill. He's won some face-offs, and he's been involved. I've liked the way Kirby Dach has looked in this first period.
And right there to illustrate your point, from the face-off, he shot the puck right through the Avalanche crease, and it rolled around to DeBrincat, who passed it back to center ice, and the Hawks ragged a little time off the penalty clock. So great point by you. Here's Girard out of the Avalanche zone to center ice. Drops it back into the Av end to Kadri. He'll carry through center. Worked it over the Hawk line to Sampo Ranta to the right wing corner. We're under a minute to play in period 1. 3-1 Colorado. Back to the line now. Girard. Put it into the right circle. Nazem Kadri. Kadri holding the puck. Now to the half boards. Kadri holding. 20 seconds in the power play. Put it in beside the net. Nichushkin back to Kadri along the right boards. Put it out to the right point. Girard down to Kadri again. To Girard at the line. Deep slot to Newhook. Top of the left circle. Put it over to Kadri. One-timer right circle. Kicked out of there by Fleury. Right to Calvin DeHaan. He'll clear it down as the Hawks come to full strength.
A good penalty kill by the Blackhawks. Marc-Andre Fleury kicking a save out at the end of that kill. Calvin DeHaan also having a good stick, disrupting plays down low. I like the Hawks kill there.
Tyson Jost into the Hawks zone. Knocked down with a big body check from Riley Stillman. Hawks get it back with 8 seconds left. Seth Jones clears to the line. Not out. Bowen Byram left point. Spins the puck down the boards behind the Hawk net off of Darren Helmstick. Over to DeBrincat. He'll give it to Stillman as the horn sounds. And now you got Stillman mixing it up with Logan O'Connor. And several Hawk players in there to help out with Riley Stillman. And now we get a couple of Av players on the scene. And the linesmen doing their level best trying to separate. You got Alex DeBrincat and Logan O'Connor giving each other stinky glove in the face. And the linesmen finally push him out of there.
Yeah, Eric.
Something to build on for the Hawks. I like this, what I'm seeing.
Yeah, Riley Stillman played physical that period. 3 or 4 big hits. Did a nice job disrupting things on the penalty kill. And then at the end, Tyler Johnson took major offense to something Logan O'Connor must have said. Maybe he said something about his golf game. Who knows? It's the beginning of the season. Guys play a lot of golf. I'm just guessing, John. I don't know what they're talking about. We're pretty far away from the ice level.
Could be anything. I think one of the officials has announced a penalty. We weren't able to hear it because the public address announcer was talking, but
it's all right. You can say it. You couldn't hear it because I was talking. It's all right,
okay.
John. It's all right.
That's all right.
It happens.
One period in the books, the Avalanche outshot the Hawks 19-8, and at one point those shots were 12-2. That's when the Blackhawks were trailing 3-0. They end this period trailing only 3-1, and I go back to the momentum swing. I thought I could see it happening. It seemed like the crowd kind of got quiet. And then the Blackhawks scored their power play goal, and maybe that little seeded out creeps in. I don't know. Right now, they trail by 2 goals heading into the second period.
Good use of the timeout by Jeremy Colleton. He brought them in. They looked a little bit better, more succinct. They started to calm down. Then they drew the power play, Alex DeBrincat, and then they got to work, and Kubalik scores that, that absolute missile of a goal on the power play.
All right. 3-1 in favor of Colorado after one period here in Denver. Joe Brand is standing by in Blackhawks Central with a full intermission report, and then we'll return here to the foot of the Rockies, and the Hawks will take on the Avalanche again, this time in second period action. It's all coming your way in just a little while. 3-1 Colorado after one here in Denver. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
I can't let diabetes get in my way. So here's what I do. I wear the Dexcom G6. It continuously sends my glucose numbers to my phone, and the arrow shows me where I'm headed and how fast, without finger sticks or scanning, making it much easier to keep my glucose in range. The more time I spend in range, the better I feel, and the more I can cross off my list. Don't let diabetes get in your way. Check out Dexcom.com/inrange.
If your glucose alerts and readings from the G6 do not match symptoms or expectations, use a blood glucose meter to make diabetes treatment decisions. For a list of compatible devices, visit Dexcom.com/compatibility.
Get your pet medications delivered hassle-free from Chewy. We make shopping for prescriptions easy. Simply choose the product that's right for your pet. We'll contact your vet and take care of the rest. Save on pet prescriptions and more. Visit Chewy.com today.
Imagine a fast food rib sandwich. No, stop! Not that one! Please, stop! Now instead, imagine a very real country-style rib sandwich. Smoked pork ribs, Gouda. Whoa! Pretty freaky that you're somehow imagining the exact same rib sandwich Arby's has right now for a limited time. Imagine that. Arby's, we have the meat.
At participating Arby's for a limited time. Bundling home and car insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? They may drop little hints like,
beautiful day out. Even more beautiful since we saved by bundling our home and car insurance with Geico.
Or,
yard work is hard. Much harder than bundling with Geico, which was easy.
Or it may be even subtler, like,
Speaking of burgers, we bundled our home and car insurance with Geico and saved a bunch of money.
Bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
And now it's Geico's Motorcycle Rules of the Road. Before you ride, make sure your mirrors are clean and adjusted properly. And if you're going on a group ride, make sure the lead biker knows where they're going.
Ed, quick question. Where are you taking us?
Oh, I have no idea. Well, am I the leader? Because I was following that dude with the red helmet. Where is he?
And the rule to saving on motorcycle insurance is, in 15 minutes, Geico could save you 15% or more.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago. It's time for an intermission update. Here's Joe Brand.
Not an ideal opening 20 minutes of the season, but the Blackhawks do sneak in a power play goal, kill off a penalty as they trail Colorado 3-2 in the first period over at the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. I'm Joe Brand as you're listening to Blackhawks Hockey, our first intermission report. Hawks trailing 3-1, and they're also being outshot by Colorado right now, 19-8. However, the Hawks did have 6 of the last 9 shots to end that first period. We'll break it down a little bit more after this. But first, let's go around the NHL and tell you about a few other games going on right now. They're through one period in Anaheim, and the Ducks lead the Jets 2-0. Over in Edmonton, the Oilers on top of the Canucks 1-0. A final in Toronto, Maple Leafs beat the Canadiens 2-1. And the Washington Capitals with a 5-1 winner over the New York Rangers. Quite a day for Alexander Ovechkin. He was actually a game-time decision, still a lingering issue from the preseason. He did go to morning skate. He played in the game. Not only that, he scored 2 goals to tie and then pass Marcel Dion with 732 career goals. He now only trails Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, Jaromir Jagr, and Brett Hull. A quick update of the Chicago Sky. They're even with Phoenix Mercury right now, 79-79 with like 5 seconds left in regulation as the Sky are trying to take a 2-0 series lead in the WNBA Finals. If they win, they can clinch their first WNBA championship at the Wintrust Arena, as that series will shift to Chicago on Friday. No baseball games tonight. It's Wednesday, so no football either. And a quick note, former baseball player, broadcaster, and Illinois native Ray Fosse unfortunately died today after battling cancer for 16 years. 2-time World Series winner. He was the A's color commentator from 1986 to 2021. He was 74 years old. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Colby Cohn will help us break down that first 20 minutes as the Hawks trail Colorado in the season opener 3-1. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey here on 720 WGN.
Get me to a microphone. I need to broadcast.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a scary movie victim.
Oh no, a tree fell on my car, and there's only one thing to do. Trip over my own feet and pull myself across the lawn while yelling help at a barely audible volume.
Sorry to interrupt, but you filed a claim with Geico, so you've got a designated claims team to help you.
This Geico sounds suspiciously reassuring. Are you sure I don't end up getting surprised with an unexpected twist?
Just that your Geico team will always be there to keep you updated.
No! What is it? Oh, nothing. I just didn't see that coming.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
Veterans, you stepped up for our freedom. You deserve the freedom to move about your home. If you served in a branch of the armed forces, enter for the chance to win a home stair lift with installation from Access Elevator. Visit WGNradio.com/contests. Chicago Gateway Green has been greening and beautifying Chicago for the past 35 years. Gateway Green is the oak leaf signs on the expressways and 100 gardens covering over 160 acres of roadside landscape that provide cleaner air. Gateway Green has planted thousands of shrubs, perennials, and trees and removed more than 1.5 million pounds of litter from expressways. Help Gateway Green in its mission by becoming an expressway partner and showcase your company to hundreds of thousands of consumers every day. Visit ChicagoGatewayGreen.org.
BMO Harris is where you are with banking tools you need where you need them, like fast Zelle transfers.
Who had the 3-cheese omelet? Mine was 5 cheese. Okay, then you owe $11.72. I also had a side of bacon. So then make that $15.39. I have a mimosa on the way. Okay.
With BMO Harris, you can split bills easily using Zelle once you finally figure out who owes what. When your bank is where you are. That's the BMO effect.
Join our firm, Surratt, Grzanich, Ennett, and Kakuzian. Our offices open early.
Now, back to the game.
Dominic Kubalik with the Blackhawks' only goal as they trail Colorado 3-1 at the first intermission of the season opener against Colorado. I'm Joe Brand here on 720 WGN. Let's head back over to the Ball Arena and bring in Colby Cohen. After those first 20 minutes, Colby, on paper, it doesn't look good for the Hawks. They're down 2 goals. They were outshot 19-8, but that really doesn't tell the story. You mentioned the special teams, but even I believe the Hawks collected 6 of the last 9 shots on goal to end that period, so something had changed, right?
Once Jeremy Colleton utilized that timeout, the ice started to tilt back towards Chicago's favor, and they did finish that period strong. They had a good power play goal. They killed off a penalty, but when you look at the story of that first period, you almost go back to the open, and we talked about what the keys to the game were, and the one that stands out the most to me is clean breakouts. You have to be clean against this Colorado Avalanche team. You cannot give them these second and third chance opportunities, and when we look at the goals that happen, you can look at one, and it's an unlucky break. Jake McCabe is pivoting to play a one-on-one that's probably going to be a harmless play against Jack Johnson. He trips over Tyler Johnson because they just didn't see each other. The other goal pinballs off of 2 players before it ends up behind Marc-Andre Fleury. So right now in that period, the Blackhawks not really getting the bounces, and they say you make your own luck. And in the second half of that first period, they looked a little bit better, Joe.
Some unfortunate circumstances, you're right. Colorado seemed like they came firing out of the gate, though. Do you think that speed of the game was something that the Hawks had to kind of adjust to?
Absolutely. You could just see the speed difference from anything that we have seen during this preseason. It's the Avs home opener. It's their home crowd. You could tell they were going. They had their crowd behind them. They were definitely the faster team to start that game. But like we saw, things started to settle in, and you look at the Colorado Avalanche, and if we were to rank the teams in the NHL on fastest to slowest, you're probably looking at the fastest team in the NHL right now. The Colorado Avalanche are faster or the fastest team in this league, so you're going to have to adjust. The Blackhawks are going to have to clean up the neutral zone, clean up their breakouts, and special teams. It can be really important right now. Credit to the Blackhawks. 1 power play goal, 1 killed penalty, so they can build off of that.
Some more good insight from Colby Cohen. Thanks for chatting with us. We'll talk to you next intermission.
All right, Joe.
That's Colby Cohen over at the Ball Arena as the Hawks, again, trail Colorado 3-1. They're being outshot by the Avalanche 19-8. Hits in favor of Colorado as well, 13-10. And the Hawks are 1-for-1 on their power play. They were able to kill off a penalty as well after going to the box for too many men. But again, Hawks able to get 6 out of the last 9 shots on goal as they hope to continue that momentum into the second period. We'll take another break and we'll recap that first 20 minutes for you when we come back. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey here on 720 WGN.
It came on a night like any other, with power unlike anything else on Earth. Using beyond advanced active ingredients like bicyclopyrrole, Acuron GT post-emergence corn herbicide is here to annihilate tough weeds. Advanced technology, enhanced control. Talk to your Syngenta retailer about Acuron GT. Always read and follow label instructions.
More for your money. Andy Moore.
It's a touchdown of savings at Andy Moore Ford. And we're kicking off the season with 0% APR financing on all new 2021 Ford F-150s. We make it easy to find the perfect truck at Indiana's largest Ford dealer for 20 consecutive years. Find your Ford this football season online at andymoreford.com. Stock number T35411. 0 down payment. 72 monthly payments at $1,389 per 1,000 borrowed. $199 fee excluded. Must finance through Ford credit financing. See dealer for full details. Expires 10/4/2021. Based on total rental and car truck sales. Report on new Fords in Indiana for 2020 for Ford Motor Company.
Imagine a fast food rib sandwich. No, stop! Not that one! Please stop! Now instead, imagine a very real country-style rib sandwich. Smoked pork ribs, Gouda. Whoa! Pretty freaky that you're somehow imagining the exact same rib sandwich Arby's has right now for a limited time. Imagine that! Arby's, we have the meat.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
My first plan to spice up the NFL season was to add man-eating tigers to the game. We lost a lot of great players that day, and that was my bad. Now I'm bringing you the Caesars Sportsbook app. It's got live in-game betting, parlays, and Caesars rewards, people. It's even better than Tiger Ball.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
I'm Paula Basta, Director of the Illinois Department on Aging. If you suspect an older person or a person with a disability between the age of 18 and 59 is being abused, neglected, or exploited, call our Adult Protective Services program at 1-866-800-1409. All calls are confidential. Again, the number to report is 1-866-800-1409. Sponsored by the Illinois Department on Aging and this station.
Period 2. The second period is next. Here for a recap is Joe Brand.
Colorado only lost 4 games all year at home last season. Again, it was an abbreviated year, but still very impressive. And Colorado continuing their home success as they lead the Blackhawks 3-1 through the first 20 minutes at the Ball Arena over in Denver, Colorado. I'm Joe Brand as you're listening to Blackhawks hockey here on 720 WGN. Hey, don't forget that after tonight's game, tune into the Bitcoin of America Chicago Blackhawks post-game show. We'll have player and coach interviews, fan reaction, and game analysis all here on 720 WGN. Hawks are down 3-1. They're being outshot by Colorado 19-8. Colorado jumped right out of the gate. A lot of speed, a lot of fast action, a lot of good passing, and just overall good offense. In the first 5 minutes, they were able to find the board.
Then DeBrincat finishes his check on Nichushkin, who put it out to center. Here's Jack Johnson into the hot zone down the side with a backhand. He scores! Well, Jack Johnson picks up his first Colorado goal. He got free through center ice and took a handoff from Nichushkin, who was pasted with a body check by DeBrincat, but Nichushkin took the check and made the play. Johnson scoring on a breakaway, the first goal of the season. It's 1-0 Colorado.
Jack Johnson, a member of the Avalanche, after having a paid tryout, a PTO, during the preseason, and he starts off the scoring for the year for Colorado, an assist by J.T. Compher. And yeah, that was the play that Colby Cohen was talking about earlier. Jake McCabe on the far boards was just going to go after Jack Johnson, but then got tied up with his teammate Tyler Johnson, hit the ice, and then all of a sudden it's a one-on-one of Johnson against Marc-Andre Fleury. Not much Fleury could do there, and a quick 1-0 lead for Colorado, and then they quickly made it 2-0.
In the far corner, Seth Jones works the puck up the boards, not out. Eric Johnson for the right point, shoots, they score! And it looks like Landeskog was able to tip that puck. He was tied up with Calvin DeHaan in front of the net. That may have actually hit DeHaan and gone in. Either way, the Avalanche now lead 2-0 with 14:12 left in the first.
Yeah, another tough spot for Marc-Andre Fleury. Just a really good deflection with Landeskog in the net. Assists from Nazem Kadri and Eric Johnson, as that goal was just 5:48 into the first period. So a 2-0 lead for Colorado in the first 6 minutes. They've got all the momentum. They're pretty much holding on to possession for the majority of it. And then Ryan Carpenter tries to make a pass to either Alex DeBrincat or Seth Jones at the high slot over on the Avalanche end. But it was broken up by Landeskog, and then this ended up happening.
Right under the stick of Landeskog. He's through center ice over the Hawk line right wing, hits a wide open Bowen Byram, left circle, he shoots and scores. For Bowen Byram, that's his first National Hockey League goal. Playing in his 20th NHL game. Byram let it rip from the left wing circle, and it beats Fleury. On the glove side, it's now 3-0 Colorado with 10:26 left in period one.
Yeah, Landeskog with the active stick, able to break up the play, drag the puck on the far end over in the Hawks zone, and then found a wide open Bowen Byram. And after that goal had been scored, Ryan Carpenter went back to the bench, slammed his stick against the boards. He was pretty frustrated. The Hawks were too, but as Colby Cohen mentioned, Jeremy Colleton calling a timeout, trying to ease the troops. The Hawks were able to get their first power play with J.T. Compher going to the box for hooking, and the Hawks were able to capitalize.
There's Mitchell, left point over to Kubalik. He shoots, he scores! A power play goal by Dominic Kubalik. A one-timer from the top of the right circle. You heard it clang the underneath side of the crossbar. A power play goal, and the Hawks are on the board. Kubalik strikes first in the season. 3-1 in favor of Colorado.
Oh, we heard the clang, Johnny, and the Hawks' first goal of the season goes to Dominic Kubalik. Just rifled one from the top of the right circle. That's kind of his workshop over there, even though he is on the second power play unit, as the Hawks able to get their first goal on just their 5th shot of the game. That is where we would stay with the scoring. 3-1 Colorado. The Hawks able to kill off a penalty, too. And now we head to the second period. So we're going to send it back over to John and Colby at the Ball Arena. Guys, go ahead. Take it away.
All right. Thank you very much, Joe. The teams are on the ice surface, and we'll have second period action here momentarily. You had matching minor penalties before the end of the frame. Riley Stillman gets the gate, too, I'm guessing for roughing. I haven't seen the sheet yet. And Logan O'Connor, likewise, 2 minutes. So the teams will be 4 aside now until the 18-minute mark, barring another penalty call. So we were talking near the end of the first period about how the Blackhawks scoring a goal and getting a little physically involved might turn the tempo in this game. Let's see. Teams are going the long way from their benches here in period number 2. And off the draw to get it started here in the second period. Kurashev to the puck. Had it taken off his stick at the Colorado line by Gerard Makar over the Hawk line. He shoots from the left circle. You heard it clang off the goalpost. Loose puck to the near boards. Hawk in. Rantanen along with Kurashev battling. Rantanen works the puck free to Landeskog. He's stripped of the puck by Taves. Through center ice over the Av line left wing. Drop pass. Kurashev moves in and a sharp angle shot. Shoulder save made by Kemper. Some open ice out there as the teams, as we mentioned, 4 against 4. Mikko Rantanen handling the puck at the Av blue line. Will spin it ahead for Gerard Hawkline. Deflects off his stick and down behind the net. 1:20 left on the matching minors as Murphy carries the puck out and gives it to Kane. Kane at center ice. Lost it in his skates. Hands it there to Murphy. Slap pass to DeBrincat. Av line left wing. Shot it across into the right circle for Kane. Byram, the defenseman for the Avs, is able to work the puck free and get it out to center ice over the logo. Spin it ahead now. Nick Chushkin over the Hawk line. He'll fire from the slot. That deflects wide. DeBrincat the other way. Backhand pass up the right wing to center ice intended for Kane is off his stick blade. And the Avs get it back in their zone. Byram with a pass to Eric Johnson over the Hawk line right wing to Nichushkin. To Eric Johnson with the puck back of the Hawk net. Eric Johnson now centers. This deflects off of Nichushkin in front and back down ice into the Avalanche zone. The Hawks will hurriedly change up their 4. As Makar back to get the puck. Moving it ahead, Burakovsky into the Hawk zone. Drop pass. Here's Gerard with a shot from the left circle. Pad save made by Fleury. Follow-up chance by Comper goes wide. The other way, Hagel. Through center ice, over the Av line, down the left wing. Lost the handle on the puck, got it back after being hit behind the net. Spins at left point, Jake McCabe. He'll send it down to the left wing corner for Kirby Dach. Dach working the puck free to Hagel, back of the net. 4 seconds on the matching minors. To the right point, McCabe drops it at the line. Deep slot, Murphy wheels to the top of the right circle and fires. Deflects behind the net. The penalty box is empty out. We're back to full strength along the left wing boards. Dach leaves the puck for Murphy. Back to Kirby Dach, left corner. To Jake McCabe, left point. To the high slot, Connor Murphy. Dishes in front, intended for Dach. Gerard beat him to it, knocking the puck free, but Hagel's got it near the right point now. And backhands it down to Kirby Dach, back of the Colorado net. He's given a bear hug there by Gerard as a shot from the left point by DeHaan deflects in on goaltender Kemper. He'll glove it and hold on. You had Kirby Dach posted up at the top of the crease looking for a deflection, but just could not touch the puck.
A good, solid start in this period. The second period by the Chicago Blackhawks, and Kirby Dach, a guy we talked a little bit about in the intermission when we were off the air, who was a bright spot for this team in the first period. And his line with Henrik Borgstrom and Brandon Hagel, they get right to work. They work the puck down low. They possess it. That was probably the longest shift that the Blackhawks have forced Colorado to defend in this game. And when you look at Colorado's offense and you look the way they're built, John, they are built to hold the puck, to possess the puck. So when they don't have it, and when you're making them defend, they're uncomfortable, and you're going to get opportunities. And that's what we saw right there. The way Dach and Hagel were working the puck behind the net, a couple of plays towards the net. The puck goes out to the blue line. Calvin DeHaan from the corner of the left point. He's a left-handed shot. He kind of outweights his coverage. He gets that wrister in on the net, forces Kemper to make a tough save with Kirby Dach in front of the net. Now Kemper's over at his bench. It looks like his helmet is getting worked on. The backup goalie, who's sitting there. Johansson, he's kind of smirking and laughing. The referee is looking over closely, just making sure there's no funny business going on, because this has been a rather long delay.
Yeah, it has been. Now you wonder about that headgear on the goaltenders, and if a snap comes loose, I think could make them very susceptible.
Bless their heart. They want to stand in front of a 100-mile-an-hour puck. I'm not even going to begin to try to understand the thought process or what goes into a goaltender's brain.
Yeah, no thanks. I don't want that job either. Draw to the right of Kemper. And those goaltenders will tell you, man, it's the safest position on the ice.
They're insane. One of my favorite guys ever, Johnny Graham, was a goaltender here. He was my roommate when I played in Colorado. He was a goaltender as the puck hops up out of play into the netting behind Kemper, the guy who sparked this whole conversation. But John Graham's mother, Charlotte Graham, in her last year with the Avalanche, she's had a big role here. This will be her last season, so they're clearing the troops out.
Well, a drawn out to the right of Kemper. Hawks get it. Jujhar Khaira leaves it to Carpenter, top of the left circle to the Hahn left point. Sends it down the boards for Khaira along the left half boards. Khaira muscling there, had a stick held by Tyson Jost, who then takes the puck. He'll snap it down ice. We're going to get icing here against Colorado.
Another shift by the Blackhawks, controlling play, the fourth line. And I wanted to bring this up last period, but one of the things that you and I talked so much about in the preseason was the depth of the third and the fourth line and how their shifts were in the offensive zone. Well, the fourth line does a nice job. They possess it. They bring out an icing, and now here comes Taves' line in the offensive zone.
Taves is now 7 for 9 on draws. This one is won by Colorado. Jack Johnson waves the puck down into the Hawk zone along the right boards for Ranta, who has a Finnish last name, but he played 3 years of college hockey at the University of Minnesota. Meanwhile, the Hawks break back up ice. Kubalik down the left wing Av zone. Put the puck back in the net for Kurashev. He sends it left wing corner. Jack Johnson and Jonathan Taves battle there. Jack Johnson, who was born in Indianapolis, was a #1 pick of the Carolina Hurricanes way back in 2003 and traded immediately to the Los Angeles Kings. And now Tyson Jost is able to knock the puck down ice to the near corner Hawk zone, gives the Avs a chance at a line change.
And what'd Johnson go, third overall?
Third overall, yeah. Here's Mikko Rantanen stealing the puck, Hawk line, right wing. Races down toward the net, turns away to the corner, then walks out to the right circle and fires, and Tyler Johnson blocks that for the Hawks. Kadri put it out to the left point. Byram to the right point. Eric Johnson firing, and that's blocked in front by Riley Stillman. Kadri through the high slot fires, and Tyler Johnson got his skate on that, knocking it down ice into the Avalanche zone. The Hawks will try and complete a line change here as Kurashev heads to the bench, as does Kubalik. Byram from the Av line.
That's offsides. No, I guess not.
Looked like it to me too. Quick pass ahead for Rantanen and Hawk line. Left wing side, he put the puck down behind the net, gave it to Kadri, back to Rantanen, and put it in front, and Landeskog will fire from short range. Turned out of there by Fleury, who's lost his goal stick for a moment. Loose puck in the left wing corner. Riley Stillman pokes it behind the Hawk net, up the near boards. Taken there by Makar, put it down to the right wing corner. Landeskog will carry it back to the right point, then stop along the blue line, and then leave it there for Cale Makar. Fed the left circle, Girard put it across for Kadri in the right circle. The pass is off the heel of his stick, but he got it back to Makar, and a one-timer from the blue line is into the glove of Marc-Andre Fleury. 15:06 remains in period number 2. Still 3-1 Colorado. Face-off will stay in the Hawk zone to Fleury's left.
A good save by Marc-Andre Fleury, who has been tracking the puck very well the second half of that first period into this second period. Snarls down that shot, who comes from the point. Makar kind of fading off of his back foot. The righty defenseman for the Avs takes that one-timer, and no issues for Marc-Andre Fleury.
Here's Henrik Borgstrom facing off for the Hawks against JT Compher of the Avs. Compher wins it to Makar, firing for the right point, blocked in front by McCabe. Hagel takes a pass, moves to the dock over the Av line, right wing. A snapshot. You heard it hit the end boards as it deflected wide in the left wing corner Av zone. Here's Hagel batting it to the left point. McCabe, he'll fire. Stick save made by Kemper, whose puck waved out to center ice on the far side by Nichushkin. Taken back by the Hawks, Jake McCabe. To Hagel, Hawk line, to Kirby Dock, center ice. To Hagel over the Av line, right wing, and he'll backhand it down the boards, in behind the net, rolls out to the left point to McCabe. Trying to hand it off to Borgstrom, picked off by the Avs. Look out. Here's Compher into the Hawk zone, right circle. Shoots. It's over the net. Around the glass it goes. Burakovsky then fumbles the puck onto the stick of Brandon Hagel. He's through center ice, over the Av line down to the right wing corner, battling against Jack Johnson. Hagel works it free to the right point. Ian Mitchell, long wrist shot. It's over the net. Ian Mitchell played his college hockey at the University of Denver, and now Calvin DeHaan along the left sideboards tried to flip the puck down the shelf and have it go in behind the Av net. He got a little too much air on that and sent it up and over the glass.
Yeah, this face-off looks like it's... No, I thought
it deflects off an Av player's stick. Okay.
I thought it was going to come back outside, but no, it stays in the zone, and the Blackhawks will have an offensive zone face-off. Jujhar Khaira's line, Mackenzie Entwistle, who is a surprise in training camp making the team. Maybe not for us, because we saw how well he did early on in camp in the scrimmages. He has a 2-year contract extension one way, so they are expecting him to be here at least next year, but comes into camp, has a good camp, has an impact, and makes the hockey club.
He tromped on the accelerator from day one, Colby, and he never took his foot off the gas. That was great to see. He made the most of his opportunity. Face-off circle to the right of Kemper. Khaira wins it to DeHaan, top of the left wing circle. Carries the puck to the corner. Sharp angle shot. Stick save made by Kemper. Again, DeHaan from the corner fires it in front. And Entwistle had it for a moment, lost it. Ryan Carpenter from the right corner. Sends it over left circle. Mackenzie Entwistle spins it behind the Av net. There's Ryan Carpenter. And it's taken away by Ryan Murray. He'll put it out to the left point. Mitchell kept it alive there. Down to Entwistle. Now Carpenter, left wing corner. He tried to give the puck to Jujhar Khaira there. This is picked off by the Avs. Jack Johnson. Head to Darren Helm. Sent it into the Hawk zone to the right wing corner. Ian Mitchell battling there. Helm steals the puck, and then Taves tries to squirrel it away with the stick. Tried to toe drag it out from some feet. And now Riley Stillman does. Put it to the left wing boards. Khaira's got it. Waves it across the rink. And an outlet pass by Carpenter hits Taves' stick and deflects all the way down, but Taves touched that on the Blackhawks side of the center ice red stripe. Icing called against the Hawks. 3-1 Colorado.
Jonathan Taves will direct a little bit of traffic right now, talking to Ian Mitchell about their defensive zone posturing and where he wants Mitchell to place the puck off of this faceoff as he goes in to take the draw off to Marc-Andre Fleury's right.
And it's going to be Taves facing off against Nazem Kadri. And the drop of the puck, this one ends up being taken by the Hawks' Ian Mitchell along the far boards. He'll lift it through the air down to the Avalanche blue line. Erik Johnson missing on a pass up ice, but then Rantanen got to the dots ahead of all the Hawk players, negating the icing. But a loose puck taken by Dominic Kubalik out to center ice. He's thrown off stride by Gabriel Landeskog, and this is going to cost the Avs. Kubalik draws a power play for the Hawks. We'll have it when we return with 12:52 left in the second here in Denver. 3-1 Colorado. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
You take pride in your work, and so do we. We're Northern Tool, and we have every tool you can imagine, and some you've only dreamt about. Plus, our service and product knowledge is legendary. Find your pride and joy at Northern Tool. Visit our store or buy online and pick it up curbside. Northern Tool and Equipment. Quality tools for serious work.
Gear up at Northern Tool and Equipment this week for our fall cleanup sale. Save on pressure washers, air and power tools, sprayers, wagons, and more.
Arby's Chicken Cheddar Ranch sandwiches are 2 for $6 every day of the week. For some people, just hearing the words ranch and chicken are enough to make them want 2 of them for $6. Well, okay then. Ranch, 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 creamy, ranch, cool, ranch, ranch. Chicken, chicken. 2 for $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
At participating Arby's for a limited time. That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
Steve Bertrand brings you Chicago's afternoon news every weekday 4 till 7. Now back to the game.
Welcome back into Ball Arena here in Denver, Colorado. 12:52 remaining in the second period. The Avs up on the Blackhawks right now 3-1. Colby Cohen along with John Weideman. And we're going to get another look at the Blackhawks power play. scored the first goal of the game. Their special teams has been strong in the preseason. And we'll get another look at this top unit. 4 forwards. Patrick Kane will start up at the point with Seth Jones and Alex DeBrincat, Jonathan Toews, and Tyler Johnson.
Hawks in their second Fueling Good Citgo power play. Face off to the right of Kemper. They're going to make Toews and Compher do it again. So the Hawks scored in their first power play, as Colby was talking about. It was Kubalik who drew this penalty. Hawks get control off the draw. On the left wing corner, Tyler Johnson sweeping the puck behind the Avalanche net around to the right point. Kane to Toews along the goal line, right of the net. He jams one on goal. It's turned out of there by Kemper. Over to Compher, and he'll fire it up the glass and down.
And good for this Blackhawk power play to get on the ice. They have not played together a ton in the regular season. Patrick Kane's going to get a lot of touches. Jonathan Toews, a lot of touches. Good to build confidence.
Kane sends it ahead to DeBrincat over the Avalanche blue line, but we get a whistle on the play, and offside is called. They'll bring the draw out to center ice. You can see what Kane was doing as he carried the puck out of the Hawk zone straight up the middle of the ice through center ice. He tried to draw all the Av players to him and then dish quickly to DeBrincat for zone entry, but a poke check right at the line by Compher put him offside.
Yeah, most of these breakouts and these zone entries now have a delayed element where you try to get the team that's defending flat-footed along the blue line and have a player like Kane come with all of his speed entering the offensive zone.
Hayes wins another draw. Tyler Johnson gains the Av zone but lost the puck. Eric Johnson tried to pound it around, kept in by Toews left point, sent it down behind the net around to the right wing boards. Tyler Johnson of the Hawks there to Kane, fed the left circle to DeBrincat, waiting, fed it to the deep slot, straight away at the blue line. Jones to Kane in the right circle. Back to Seth Jones. High slot. Closing in. Fires. Pad save made by Kemper. Follow-up shot by Toews. That would not go. Kane got it back beside the right circle to Toews. Put it in front. Tyler Johnson. He fires. That deflects up off the glass. Darren Helm chips it out over the Avalanche blue line and over the head of Seth Jones and down. 42 seconds left on the Hawk power play. Jones passing now to DeBrincat over the Av line to Kubalik. Left circle, wires a shot in on goal, and Kemper makes the save with the blocker. Samuel Girard put it away to the near boards, taken by Dominic Kubalik. Fed the left point, Seth Jones to Kurashev, top of the left wing circle. Leaves it back at the left point again for Seth Jones. Back down to Kurashev along the left boards to the left circle, Toews. Feeds it back to Jones, left point to Kurashev, top of the left circle. Fans on a shot, got it back. Fed it over into the right wing corner for Kubalik. 9 seconds in the power play. Kubalik put the puck behind the Av net to Doc. Back to Kubalik, right corner to Jones in the blue line. Deep slot to Kubalik, top of the right circle. He shoots, blocked. Loose puck taken into the near corner and then cleared up the near boards by O'Connor and down as Landeskog is out of the box. Avs at full strength, but icing will be called here to Colorado.
A good power play by the Blackhawks there, controlling the puck the entirety of that power play. Both units getting equal opportunity, getting about a minute each. A lot of options at the net. Alex DeBrincat had one up and around the left circle. Wasn't quite ready for it, so we didn't get that big one-timer, but good puck movement, John. I like what I'm seeing out of this power play. It's something that I've liked since the first period, and it's something that they can build off of.
Jujhar Khaira against JT Compher on the draw. Compher wins it, but it's spun behind the net around to the far side. Ryan Carpenter got it there for the Hawks. Spun it behind the net up the near side. Landeskog, headman pass. Jost into the Hawk zone down the slot. Tied up by Connor Murphy, and Jost tumbles into Marc-Andre Fleury in the Hawk crease. And as Jost got back up on one knee, he looks at one of the officials here and was pointing out to center ice as if to imply, isn't that a penalty shot? But he's only going to get, the Avalanche are only going to get a 2-minute power play here.
I don't even think this should be a penalty. I think Murphy does a good job of lifting his stick. I mean, you're able to lift up on a player's stick. It's when you go parallel to the ice and you hook a player or you impede on their hands. But Connor Murphy was patient as he chased down Jost, who had the breakaway from about the bottom of the middle face-off circle in the neutral zone in. But he was patient, he waited, he lifted his stick. I think that's one of those where the refs just see a guy goes down and assumes the worst, but I didn't see a whole lot there. That kind of leaves me a little bit curious about that. And earlier on the shift, for Jost to even get the power play, a late hit on Connor Murphy. So not a great sequence for the officials.
Well, the draw won by the Avs, and then the puck taken away by Kara, and as he dives, he slaps the puck down ice. Well done, Jujhar Kara. 1:48 left on the Av power play. This is their second. They're 0 for 1. Cale Makar carries to the Av blue line, then drops the puck down between the circles in the Colorado zone to Compher. Back through center ice to Rantanen over the Hawk line right wing. Top of the right circle now, Burakovsky. To Makar right point, now to Landeskog, closing in from the left circle, pounds one in on goal. Pad save made by Fleury, and then a follow-up shot. Skips in off Rantanen's stick into the glove of Fleury. He'll hold it for the whistle. Now 1:28 left on the minor penalty to Connor Murphy with 9:57 left in the second. Still 3-1 Colorado. And the face-off will stay in the Hawk zone in the circle to Fleury's right.
Your goaltender has to be your best penalty killer. I mean, that just goes without saying. All the best kills around the NHL, well, they're backstopped by phenomenal goaltending. And right now, Marc-Andre Fleury's doing just that. He looks very, very focused in front of that net after that first period. It's not a guy who takes letting in a goal very lightly, and it looks like the Avs are going to get a penalty here off the face-off. Either Landeskog maybe for hooking. Yeah, it's going to be Landeskog because, boy, he's hot. He's got a lot of words for the officials as he's skating. Oh, no, I guess not Landeskog. Compher is going to get the penalty.
Face-off interference.
Number 37.
Oh, man. Landeskog was angry about that penalty. He let the ref absolutely have it, and now we're going to see 4-on-4 hockey with Kurashev, Hagel, Jones, Calvin DeHaan. The Blackhawks will end up with a 35-second power play on the back half of this 4-on-4. So here's an opportunity to get yourself back to one goal in this game, John.
Absolutely. With 1:25 left on the penalty to Murphy. And again, we go back to the open ice concept here, with it being 4 against 4. Colorado, a very good skating club, as you mentioned, Colby. So the Hawks are going to have to be defensive first, but if they get that opportunity, cash in. Now the Avs get the puck off the draw, and Makar from the far corner tosses the puck ahead. This goes all the way down. We're going to get icing here to Colorado. Faceoff comes back into the Avs zone. Circle to the right of goaltender Darcy Kemper. And Kemper has faced a total of 15 Hawk shots so far, stopping 14 of them. Brandon Hagel to face off for the Hawks against Nazem Kadri of the Colorado Avalanche. Kadri had several years with the Toronto Maple Leafs before ending up here in Colorado. And now they're ready. The drop of the puck. Kadri wins another to Girard near corner. Leaves it there for Cale Makar. Outlets to center ice. Picked off by Calvin DeHaan. Quick 3-on-2 the other way to Hagel over the line to DeHaan right circle. Put it now left wing corner. Seth Jones wheels in behind the Av net. Gave it to DeHaan. Wheeling through the high slot. Right point now to Seth Jones, who lost his footing for a moment. Got it back to Kurashev. Left circle to DeHaan. Then DeHaan tried to give it back to Kurashev. Makar intercepts. Makar carrying behind the Av net, being pursued and bothered by Hagel. Draws a penalty against the Hawks. Here are the Avs. Nichushkin, right wing circle, Hawk zone, backhand shot off the chest of Marc-Andre Fleury. So for the next 39 seconds, the Hawks are going to be down 4 against 3. We're going to tell you about it after we take this break. 3-1 Colorado with 9:07 left in the second. Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Chicago's very own WGN. When and where you want us.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is reconnecting neighborhoods by growing community gardens and farms through the Love Tito's Block to Block program. By teaming up with Love Tito's, Growing Places Indy is able to replace and rebuild raised garden beds at its main farm site. To lend a hand and become a volunteer, visit growingplacesindy.org/volunteer. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume.
What you doing?
Trying on glasses with Zenny's 3D virtual try-on.
Wow, that's pretty cool. But those glasses kind of make you look like your Uncle Bob.
Oh, not exactly the look I was going for. Okay, how about these clear glasses? Oh, or these round ones.
Very on trend. I like both on you.
You know, I also like these aviator sunglasses.
Wait, are those the actual prices? I say get all of them.
Seriously, why not, right?
Oh, now I want new glasses.
Zenni.com. Quality prescription glasses starting at $6.95.
So, what are you sipping? Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah! Start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
When it comes to working at Geico, our best advocates are our employees, like Michael. But since he is so focused on growing his career, we hired an actor to read his story.
If you want a job where you get out as much as you put in, Geico is the best place to work. Plus, we promote from within, so there are no ceilings placed on your opportunities.
They even offer parental leave to full-time employees. So there's nothing stopping him from going all the way to the top. But not too high. He's scared of heights.
Ready to start your career, Indy? We're hiring claim sales and service agents. Apply online today at geico.job/Indy.
John, ticket plans are now available with options for every fan's lifestyle, including the all-new 3-game hat-trick plan, perfect for your family to be part of Blackhawks hockey throughout the season. Visit blackhawks.com/plans to choose your location, gain access to playoff tickets, and receive your choice of Blackhawks hat from cbhshop.com. And I got to tell you, our online shop for the Blackhawks is better than any other team in the NHL. We run it ourselves, and there is a better offering than anywhere else around the league. So get on the website and get your gear.
Well, it's 4 against 3 now. Favor the Avs for the next 24 seconds. Makar racing into the Hawk zone down the right wing, put it off the glass behind the net. Jones in the far corner tried to chip it out. He ran into Landeskog. Puck deflects behind the net. Jake McCabe there. Passing up the left wing, Taves at center ice. Makes the smart play to rag time off the penalty clock. Flips it across the rink to Jones. Then over to McCabe, and he'll clear it up the left wing side and down, and that'll kill the rest of Connor Murphy's penalty. Murphy back out on the ice. The sides once again are 4 against 4. Now here are the Avs attacking. Mikko Rantanen into the Hawk zone, crossing across from the right side to the left wing side of the circle, then behind the Hawk net to Burakovsky, top of the right circle. To Rantanen beside the right circle, leaves it there for Burakovsky. To Landeskog, bottom of the right wing circle. The Avs captain moves it right point. Samuel Girard stripped to the puck by Kirby Dach. He's got a breakaway. Over the Av line, down the slot, shoots! Oh, and Kemper got the left pad on it, knocking it wide. That would have been a huge goal for the Hawks. And here's Landeskog, Av line, bothered by Alex DeBrincat, who takes it away. Quick pass ahead, Kirby Dach. Dach at the Av line, banks it back now to Riley Stillman, Hawk line. To DeBrincat over the center ice circle, then over the Av line, tees it up and fires, and Kemper is down with a butterfly save, and he'll hold the puck as the Avs now have a power play for the next 32.
And Kirby Dach continues to play well for this Blackhawk team, stripping Samuel Girard up at the top of the left point. Girard trying to go backhand to forehand right at the blue line. Kirby's got that long stick. He's a big, rangy guy. He had a breakaway from, we'll say the center ice mark in, and Kemper made a good save with the right pad. He tried to beat him probably about 6 inches off the ice to the glove hand side. Good save by Kemper, but another good opportunity for Kirby Dach.
Drawn to the left of Kemper. Hawks get it. Kara waves the puck to center ice. Murphy will take it back and slaps it off the boards and off of the linesman on the far side. The puck lays there for a moment, and the Avs will get it back. Girard in front of his net. Passing up the left wing side to center ice. Alex Newhook hands it off now. Nazem Kadri through center ice. Put it in over the Hawk line left wing corner. Connor Murphy wedges it free to Jake McCabe behind the Hawk net. And he'll fire the puck off the left wing boards and down. This will kill off the remainder of the power play for Colorado. Hawks come to full strength as Hagel's out of the box. Teams back to 5 against 5. McCabe stepping into Ranta along the near boards. Knocked him back against the boards, but Ranta got to the puck. He hands it off now to Kadri. Kadri gave it away top of the right circle. Ranta took it back and sweeps it back to center ice. Colorado had 6 players on the ice there for about 3 seconds. No penalty call. They play on.
Yeah, Nichushkin got hurt and went over to the bench really slow. Looked like he was favoring one of his arms, and Connor Murphy's going to send this one down for an icing, John. But I watched over here on the left-hand side, which is for us the near side of the rink. After the collision by Jake McCabe and Sampo Ranta, I looked down, and Nichushkin for Colorado, big number 13, was favoring kind of holding his left arm. He kind of limped off the ice, and that's where you saw that extra man out because of the slow change.
We see him on the bench now being assisted by the medical staff of the Avalanche. We'll see if he returns to the game, or maybe some line adjustments by Jared Bednar. Bednar in his 5th season as Avalanche head coach took him from last place to President's Trophy champion last year in only his 4th season. 5th season. Outstanding work. Back in the Av zone, Bowen Byram eludes a check there from Brandon Hagel of the Hawks, flips it across the rink. Eric Johnson shot it to the Hawk line. Picked off for a moment by Murphy, but the Avs get it back. Kadri spun into the far corner boards with a hit from Murphy. Sent it around, not out. And now Landeskog feeds it to the line to Jack Johnson. He fires a long one. This deflects into the near corner. Stillman with a pass up the left wing. Kane at center ice to Kubalik over the Av line. Kubalik now tried to flip it across into the right circle. This is taken back to center ice by Compher. To Gabriel Landeskog at the Hawk blue line in front of the Avs bench. He'll just dump the puck down the boards in behind the Hawk net, then get off on a change. Seth Jones the other way. Hands it off to Henrik Borgstrom. He'll dump it into the right wing corner Avs zone. Bounces out and the Avs get it and come up ice, led by Compher over the Hawk line right wing. Runs right into a hip check from Riley Stillman. Boy, we've seen that a couple times from Stillman. He can time that hip check perfectly and just eliminate a guy from the play.
Yeah, he's a strong guy. He's a big, square, bulky guy. Not 6'3", 6'4", but boy, is he a stronger guy. You can just see it the way he plays out there, John.
Ian Mitchell pumps it down the right boards into the Av zone, but it circles the net and leaves their zone, ends up at center ice. Philip Kurashev takes the puck for the Hawks, drops it back into the Hawk zone to Ian Mitchell. To Taves, turning now in front of the Hawk net, and he'll carry the puck out. Taves is center ice, snaps it down the left wing glass. It rides the shelf in behind the Av net to the right wing corner. Kurashev is there to get it, working against Samuel Girard. Kurashev now in the right wing corner. Looked like he was hooked by Girard. No penalty called. And Logan O'Connor claims the loose puck. Moving up the left wing to the Hawk blue line. He lost it there. Kurashev then waves it to center ice. The Avs get it back. McCarr on the right wing side will snap it down the dasher into the Hawk zone. Puck circles the net, ends up in the far corner. Mitchell put it behind the net. DeHaan put it up the left wing to Brinkett. Rink wide pass Kurashev. Dudok over the Av line. Wide open left circle. Shoots in and out of the glove of Kemper. This puck taken top of the far circle in the Av zone. The other way, Jason Megna to center ice. Chicago area native flips it down in beside the Hawk net. Fleury will whack the puck into the far corner to Connor Murphy. Murphy ahead to Tyler Johnson at center ice. To Kirby Dach over the line to Murphy. Pounds a one-timer from the blue line that just missed the Avalanche net. The other way come the Avs. Rantanen through center. To Kadri over the Hawk line. Fed the slot for Byram to Kadri. He shoots and scores. Nazem Kadri from beside the Hawk net was waiting for Byram to shoot the puck. Byram did get some kind of a shot away, but it deflected over beside the net. And there was the blade of Nazem Kadri's stick to slap it from a pretty sharp angle in behind Marc-Andre Fleury. It's 4-1 Colorado.
The Blackhawks with a good opportunity to score at the other end. Kirby Dach with another partial breakaway on in, and Kemper makes a good save, and the Avs, they get on their transition game. They get on their transition game well. 4 guys join the rush. Nazem Kadri centers the puck from the right wall into the front of the net where Ranta is just hanging out, creating opportunity, creating traffic, and the puck's going to end up back on Kadri's stick, who's got his feet almost below the goal line on the left side of the stick. Not a great angle. Looks like it might have even bounced off of Fleury's arm and went behind him. And you know, that's what happens when the Avalanche, they get going, they get 4 and 5 guys in on the rush and the attack, and they'll get you.
They're going to be a tough team to beat all season long, especially when they can rev it up like this. Avs attacking again. Nichushkin crossing the Hawk line down the left wing. He centers from near the corner. Stick save made by Fleury. Kane will take the puck and wheel behind the Hawk net, then out. Avs in a line change. Kane to center ice left wing. Lifts it down the boards and in behind the Avalanche net. Jack Johnson hustling back to get it. Spins the puck off the glass and down into the Hawk zone. This eludes Ian Mitchell. Logan O'Connor actually now Rantanen to get it. Got it to the bottom of the left circle for Newhook. Got a shot away, but it was blocked. Avs get it back. Jack Johnson left point. Put the puck down the boards. Picked off by Mackenzie Entwistle of the Hawks. The Jujhar Khaira to Patrick Kane in front of the benches. Sent it across the rink. This is picked off by the Avs. Back in their end. Jack Johnson's got it. Johnson with a pass up the left wing. Tyson Jost moves it ahead to O'Connor. He'll flip the puck about 15 feet down the boards into the Hawk zone. The Hawks, Jujhar Khaira there to get it. Slings it to the left wing side. Here's Calvin DeHaan just inside the Hawk blue line with it. Sweeping it across to Ian Mitchell. Then to Jujhar Khaira at the Avalanche blue line right wing where he deflects it down behind the net. Kemper, the goaltender, will fire it around, and this is going to elude everybody and go all the way down. Icing called against Colorado. So now 2:18 left in the second period. 4-1 in favor of the Avalanche. Face-off comes down to the circle at Kemper's right.
And Jonathan Toews comes out on the ice and, as always, directing traffic, talking to McCabe, talking to Connor Murphy as he goes in to take this draw. And, John, if they could get one and get this to 4-2 going into the third period, that gives you a lot more juice and a lot more energy.
Toews wins it back to McCabe, left point to Kubalik, high slot. He fires it, turned wide. Follow-up shot from McCabe from the slot. That's over the net. Here's Kubalik down the left wing side. Put it in front for Toews. His stick was slapped as he tried to receive the pass, and the puck deflects down ice into the Hawk zone between the circles. Fleury there to Murphy to McCabe, left wing center ice. He sends it diagonally across into the right wing corner Avs zone. Now Toews recovers the puck left corner and centers it. This slides all the way through to the far side, and Kadri will clear down to the Hawk blue line. And Kadri got the puck back and spins it down the boards and behind the Hawk net. Fleury out to play it for Jake McCabe, now back of the Hawk net. Here's McCabe passing up ice to center ice for Brandon Hagel. Hagel knocked over by Logan O'Connor, and the Avs get the puck. Egner will spin it down behind the Hawk net. Fleury plays it far corner to Murphy. Quick pass up the right side. Tyler Johnson, he'll scoop the puck to center ice. The Avs get it back and regroup. And Cale Makar, 10 feet inside the Avalanche blue line, will spin the puck up the left wing side. Darren Helm, formerly of the Detroit Red Wings, put it in the left wing corner Hawk zone. Magna took it back left circle to the left point. Byram, he'll spin it down behind the Hawk net. Helm is there, put it right point. Gerard, long wrist shot, missed the net. Under a minute to play in the second. 4-1 Colorado. Murphy between the circles, takes a pass from Hagel, then passes up the right side. Here's Doc racing down the right wing into the Avs zone. He eludes Byram. Doc to the left corner, sets up Stillman left point to Jones straight away, deep slot. He'll fire his shot. That deflects up off the glass. And Gerard behind the Avs net, put it around, and another big hit by Stillman. Boy, he put his backside into one of the Avs, and that's Darren Helm who went down in a heap. Hawks attack again to brink it into the Avs zone right wing side. Put it across to Kane along the left board, spins it down in behind the net to Doc to brink it left corner. He centers. Jones picks off the puck. Tried to send it back to the line for Riley Stillman. This tumbles down into the Hawk zone. Quick pass now by Fleury ahead to Seth Jones over the Av line. Left circle, shoots! Shoulder save made by Kemper. 3 seconds left in the period. Nichushkin carries to center ice. A long desperation shot at the horn. Turned wide by Fleury.
And another good opportunity by the Blackhawks at the end of the period, as there's some words being had between JT Compher and Riley Stillman, who had a monster-sized hit on Darren Helm on the left-hand boards about 4 feet inside the offensive zone. But back to that last chance, John. I mean, that's another great opportunity and a good scoring chance. Seth Jones and Patrick Kane get a 2-on-1. Jones, being a right-handed shot coming down the left face-off dot, has a good angle towards the net, but Kemper makes a good save, and he's been good tonight for the Avalanche. He's made a lot of big saves. I mean, Chicago's had 3 or 4 opportunities that are grade A chances that Kemper erases. Then the Avs go back down and score a goal. So that's really the difference right now.
Yeah, I would agree. Kemper's made some big saves when he's had to. Another period left to play for the Hawks. They go into the dressing rooms trailing 4-1 after 2. The Hawks outshot Colorado in period number 2, 13-7. The 2-period totals still favoring Colorado 26-21, as is the scoreboard, 4-1. But I go back to the hits of Riley Stillman. The hip check right down below us along the near glass. And then that hit just before the close of the period into one of the Avalanche players. I think it was JT Compher. I wasn't able to get the
No, it was Darren Helm who he hit. It was Darren Helm. He got up slow. Yeah. He did not look very sure of being able to stand up on skates. It was a big hit by Stillman.
Yeah, so I think that it might even be possible that you may see a little bit of a dust-up early in the third period. And I think if if I'm going to predict that, I'm going to say that Stillman will be the guy for the Hawks, and I'm going to predict Logan O'Connor from the Colorado Avalanche because he seems to have that feisty edge to his game tonight.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong in the two gentlemen that you've picked if we're going to see something like that. But if you're Colorado and you're winning this game 4-1 going into the third period, you're probably not looking to end up in the box for 5 minutes. So it's going to be a tall task in this third period for Chicago to get back in this game. But I'll tell you this, you can't score 4 the first shift. You can't win the game in the first shift. So they need to come out in the third period. They need to get the puck deep, play with energy. You've really got to build. This is game 1 of 82. So it's not all about what's going to happen in April right now. It's about getting better every opportunity you have as a team.
Yeah, the Hawks have played in 2 Avalanche home openers, one in 2003 and one in 2010. They lost them both, one in regulation and the one in 2010 they lost in overtime.
Well, the Colorado Avalanche are 23-11-7 in opening nights, which is the second best record in the NHL. And under Bednar, who's actually not coaching for the Avs tonight, he's in protocol right now for COVID, but under him, they're 4-1. So this is a team, Colorado, that's been good on opening nights.
And without Nathan MacKinnon, we said that at the top of the broadcast, MacKinnon, their top player, arguably their top player, not available tonight because he's in COVID protocol. So we'll have to see how that all develops. But after 2 periods, Colorado with the 4-1 lead over the Hawks. Now, Joe Brand is standing by in Blackhawk Central. He'll have a full intermission report. Then we'll return here to Denver to play the third period. The Hawks looking to catch up to Colorado, trailing by a trio as they're in the intermission between the second and third period. A lot of hockey left to play, so we'll see how it goes. 4-1 Colorado after 2. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
BMO Harris is where you are with banking tools you need where you need them, like fast Zelle transfers.
Who had the 3-cheese omelet? Mine was 5 cheese. Okay, then you owe $11.72. I also had a side of bacon. So then make that $15.39. I have a mimosa on the way. Okay.
With BMO Harris, you can split bills easily using Zelle once you finally figure out who owes what. When your bank is where you are. That's the BMO effect.
Our first plan to spice up the NFL season was to add man-eating tigers to the game. We lost a lot of great players that day, and that was my bad. Now I'm bringing you the Caesars Sportsbook app. It's got live in-game betting, parlays, and Caesars rewards, people. It's even better than Tiger Ball.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
A gentle breeze blows across your face as you take a refreshing sip of water, appreciating the stillness of another morning fishing on the lake. The distant gurgle of a stream reminds you of days spent playing in the creek, the cool, clear water rushing between your toes. You love this time with nature, the feeling of putting everything on hold to connect with the world around you. Now, imagine it's all gone. No fish, no lake, no water. One of life's most vital resources, irreplaceably depleted. Time is running out to protect fresh water, and without our love, it can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our fresh water. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
Kids' lives have been put on hold. Getting them thriving again safely starts with protecting them from COVID-19 and dangerous new variants. Get the latest facts by speaking to your pediatrician or healthcare provider, or by visiting getvaccineanswers.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Academy of Pediatrics.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago.
It's time for an intermission update. Here's Joe Brand.
Back to a 3-goal deficit for the Blackhawks, who now trail Colorado 4-1 through 2 periods over at the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. Hawks actually out shooting the Avalanche 13-8 in that second period, but again, down by 3. The only goal by Nazem Kadri in the final 4 minutes of that second stanza. A lot of power plays on both ends. No goals in the special teams, but again, a 3-goal lead for Colorado through 2 periods in Colorado. Elsewhere around the NHL, the Ducks now lead the Jets 3-1 in Anaheim. The Oilers have a 2-0 lead over the Vancouver Canucks. They're through 2 periods as Vancouver's on a power play. Also, this from Oilers reporter, The Athletic, Daniel Nugent-Bowman on Twitter. Duncan Keith, the former Blackhawk, goes into the room after getting rocked by Tyler Myers. Colton Sevier jumped in to fight Myers, and he instantly got an instigator penalty. So we'll keep you updated on that. Elsewhere, the Maple Leafs beat the Canadiens 2-1. Capitals top the Rangers 5-1 as Alex Ovechkin scores a couple of career goals, moving into fourth all-time in terms of career goals. The Chicago Sky fall to the Phoenix Mercury in overtime, a 1-1 even series now as Game 3 will be shifted back to Chicago at Wintrust Arena, and no Major League Baseball tonight. Tomorrow, the LA Dodgers and San Francisco Giants face off for Game 5 of the NLDS. We'll take a break and wrap up that second period for you from Denver, Colorado. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey here on 720 WGN.
The Blackhawks, WGN.
What is dedication?
My daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
When I got out of the Marine Corps, I was not just, working with my physical disabilities, I was emotionally broken. I remember thinking, how did I get here? How? It was affecting me in my marriage. My husband, he didn't know how to help me. He actually called Wounded Warrior Project. Wounded Warrior Project had this thing called Couples Odyssey.
It was an eye-opener, and I think it really saved our marriage.
They gave us books and resources and tools on how to help us with that. I just love him. I love you, honey.
Me too. Watching her fight for her mental health, fighting for other veterans, fighting for this family, helped me to fight too. Well, I always loved her, but I love her 10 times more for that.
Not all wounds are visible. If you or a loved one are suffering, visit woundedwarriorproject.org/notalone.
There's Pablo in his natural habitat, opening his internet bill in fear. No! He just saw his 12-month promotional price ended. Uh-oh, and he just discovered the equipment fees. Back away slowly.
If your internet bill drives you wild, just remember, you're not a bad person. You just need a straightforward price. Get AT&T Fiber. Unlimited internet with no price increase at 12 months. Visit att.com/no hidden fees. Limited availability in select areas.
So then I dropped some garlic and croutons on there, and the rest is salad history. I made the best salad ever, people. And now I'm making the best app. The Caesars Sportsbook app got live in-game betting, parlays, and Caesars rewards. Caesars salad ain't got nothing on my app. Nothing.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Nazem Kadri with the only goal in the second period as the Blackhawks now trail Colorado 4-2 through 2 periods over the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. I'm Joe Brand. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey here on 720 WGN. Hey, fans, don't forget to tune in after tonight's game to the Bitcoin of America Chicago Blackhawks post-game show. We'll have player and coach interviews, fan reaction, and game analysis. Let's head back over to the Ball Arena and bring back in Colby Cohen, who got to break down that last 20 minutes. And Colby, another period where the Blackhawks maybe found some momentum. They actually outshot Colorado in that second period, but the Avalanche definitely had more opportunities and quality scoring chances. What's been difficult for the Hawks to just overcome Colorado's dominance?
Yeah, Colorado's been really good on the forecheck tonight, creating a lot of issues for Chicago, getting out cleanly, and that's just one of these things where when you're playing a team that thrives on possessing the puck in the offensive zone. And you go down the lineup of the Colorado Avalanche, Rantanen, Landeskog, Kadri, Nichushkin, Burkowski. I mean, I could go on and on. They've got a ton of lethal players that want to hang on to the puck in the offensive zone. And when you're not breaking out cleanly, which the Blackhawks haven't done tonight, you're giving these guys free opportunities, free looks at the net. We saw it on that fourth goal. Chicago goes down. Kirby Dach has a good opportunity to score. Kemper makes a great save, but they come back in numbers. 4 and 5 guys on the rush. They get in, they get that second opportunity, and they get a little bit of a fluky one, but that extends you to 4-1, which is a much different looking and feel for a team going into the break than 3-1.
You mentioned Kirby Dach. You've been talking about him a lot in this game. What's been so exceptional about his game so far in 40 minutes?
Yeah, Kirby's come to play tonight. He's been noticeable even early in the game when things were not going well and the Blackhawks were being badly outshot. Dach seemed to be the guy who was making things happen. He's done a nice job tonight of getting the puck in. He's forechecked well. He showed me a lot of poise with the puck. He's had a full breakaway after a good defensive play up at the defensive side blue line, and then he had a bit of a partial breakaway. Kemper made a couple of good saves on him. He was not very happy with himself watching him head back to the bench, but he's been making it happen. A couple of big hits. He had one behind the net on our side of the ice, which was where Flower was playing in that period. So he's done a little bit of everything, and that's what you want to see out of a young player whose game is still developing.
That's Colby Cohen over at the Ball Arena. Thanks again for the insight, bud. Have a good final 20 minutes.
All right, we'll chat soon, Joe.
Hawks looking for a comeback as they trail 4-1 to Colorado through the first 40 minutes over in Denver. We'll take another break and wrap up that second period for you. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey here on 720 WGN.
Imagine an educational space filled with a sense of family and belonging. Explore a degree in one of more than 30 majors. Embrace a faith-filled history that has been on the cutting edge for almost 2 centuries. St. Mary of the Woods College, where you'll find a values-based education that prepares you for any future you choose. To learn more about our on-campus and online programs, go to smwc.edu/discover and discover the Woods.
Imagine a fast food rib sandwich. No, stop! Not that one! Please stop! Now instead, imagine a very real country-style rib sandwich. Smoked pork ribs, Gouda. Whoa! Pretty freaky that you're somehow imagining the exact same rib sandwich Arby's has right now for a limited time. Imagine that! Arby's, we have the meat.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
When you use exceptional tools, you get exceptional results, like Purdy's high-quality brushes and roller covers. They're designed with excellent paint pickup and even paint release, which helps you finish the job faster. Good thing, because your client just decided she wants her kitchen color to be soulful gray, not summer gray. Guess you better write that change order. Make it perfect. Make sure it's Purdy, the #1 brand preferred by pros. Get it at Lowe's.
Mama, what does the chicken say? Dog. Cat. Giraffe.
Giraffe, really?
Giraffe. You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Arby's Chicken Cheddar Ranch sandwiches are 2 for $6 every day of the week. For some people, just hearing the words ranch and chicken are enough to make them want 2 of them for $6. Well, okay then. Ranch, 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 creamy ranch, cool ranch, ranch. Chicken, 2 for $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Period 3. The third period is next. Here for a recap is Joe Brand.
Blackhawks trailing Colorado 4-1 with 20 minutes left over at the Ball Arena in the season opener between the Blackhawks and the Avalanche. Here's the only goal of the second period.
The Avalanche net, the other way come the Avs, Rantanen through center. To Kadri over the Hawk line, fed the slot for Byram to Kadri, he shoots and scores! Nazem Kadri from beside the Hawk net was waiting for Byram to shoot the puck. Byram did get some kind of a shot away, but it deflected over beside the net. And there was the blade of Nazem Kadri's stick to slap it from a pretty sharp angle in behind Marc-Andre Fleury. It's 4-1 Colorado.
That goal coming in the final 4 minutes of the second period, assist by Bowen Byram and Mikko Rantanen, came after an opportunity for the Blackhawks to score. Kirby Dach all over the ice. He had a breakaway opportunity, a one-timer opportunity. Both times some pretty good stops by Darcy Kemper as the Hawks trail 4-1 to Colorado. Final 20 minutes coming up next. Just some other stats to pull for you. Colorado out shooting the Hawks 27-21 overall. The Hawks actually outshot Colorado in the second period 13-9, but the Avalanche with much more opportunities. Hawks with 14 blocked shots tonight, the majority of those happening in the first period. Colorado has been pretty relentless. So we'll send it back over to the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. John and Colby have the final 20 minutes out west. Fellas, take it away.
All right, thank you, Joe. Don't forget, Hawks fans, Tuesday night coming up. The Blackhawks will have their home opening game against the New York Islanders, and tickets are available for that game, so get on the stick and go get them. And join us at the United Center. And we'll see what the Blackhawks can do in handling the New York Islanders, who, as we've said a number of times on these airwaves, whether tonight or during the preseason, it's a very good hockey team. Lou Lamoriello, their general manager, has built them into a strong contender, as he's wont to do with just about every team he's ever joined and worked with. So get your tickets for the home opener Tuesday night at the United Center. Love to see you there. Good tickets remain. Here we go with the third period. Taves, who is 10 for 16 on draws so far in the game, will face off with Nazem Kadri to get it going. 4-1 Colorado as we open play in the third, and the Hawks control. Back in the Hawk zone, DeHaan moving the puck over to Murphy, right wing side. He fires it ahead, deflects into the Av zone, hustling in to get the puck. Kurashev to Murphy right point. He'll fire, deflects wide, and that's off of Taves' stick. Loose puck taken in the near corner by Kadri, who spun it off the near corner glass, and this one tumbles over the glass and out of play. 19 seconds into the frame, face-off will be in the circle to Darcy Kemper's left. And we couldn't seem to find out what the origin was of the mask issues or the headgear issues with Darcy Kemper. We were talking about it back on the press concourse, if anybody saw. I think it was a snap on his helmet. One of the equipment guys had to tend to that. Looks like he's okay. Here's Seth Jones off the draw, firing the puck from the right wing corner. Stick save made by Kemper. Kadri plays it up the left wing. Landeskog through center ice and over the Hawk line to the left wing half boards. Turning back to the point, still holding the puck. Now he'll fire. And that looked like it hit traffic in front of the net. Seth Jones has the puck for the Hawks. Quick pass ahead, Patrick Kane to the Av line right wing. He'll dump it down the boards in back of the net it goes. Erik Johnson sends it over to Mikko Rantanen along the right side boards in the Avalanche end. And Rantanen is content to hold the puck and backskate a little bit down between the circles as the Avs complete a line change. Rantanen gives the puck to Erik Johnson. First pick in the 2006 draft. Jonathan Taves taking 2 picks behind him there, number 3. Erik Johnson to Jack Johnson. Left wing center ice, he'll fire it down in behind the Hawk net off a deflection. Jake McCabe tried to stick it out, deflects back in behind to Murphy. Around it goes now up the right side. Dan Twistle to Kirby Dach. Knocked off stride at center ice there by Nichushkin of the Avs. Burakovsky takes the puck deep in the Av zone. Sent a pass up the right wing to Comfort, center ice, front of the benches, but he lost the puck to Kirby Dach. Here's Dach now, weaving in over the Av line to the slot. Dach, backhand from the left circle, and a chest save made by Kemper. Boy, Kirby Dach racing into the Avalanche zone with a full head of speed. Put the puck through his own legs and went around the Colorado defender and got away a pretty vicious backhander there.
Yeah, you can see the confidence of Kirby Dach, who comes back into the neutral zone. He bangs his stick, calling for the puck. I want it, I want it. He gets it around the center ice mark. He comes in, makes a move, at the blue line. You mentioned the between the legs and the backhand, but good to see the confidence of Kirby Dach building on this season.
Yeah, he did that against a veteran defenseman in Jack Johnson. Jack will make note of that, I would think.
You were talking about the Johnsons earlier.
Yeah.
How about Erik Johnson? He's the longest tenured athlete right now in Colorado.
Here's another Johnson, Tyler Johnson of the Hawks, firing from the high slot. And it hit traffic in front. Tyler Johnson has the puck back along the left boards. Leaves it there for Ryan Carpenter. Tried to dish to the left point for Riley Stillman. Kadri broke that up and touches the puck to center ice front of the benches. Seth Jones back to get it in the Hawk zone. To Riley Stillman, to Tyler Johnson, over the Av line, right point. Sends it down to the corner. Byram fights off a check and hands it ahead up the left wing side. Sampo Ranta to center ice. Dumps it to the right corner Hawk zone. Riley Stillman circling in to get it there for the Hawks. Shot a pass ahead. This misses everybody and goes down, but no icing will be called, and the Hawks will take advantage and get a line change.
Yeah, the Colorado Avalanche, they don't mind coming up the ice a little methodically right now. Time is on their side. They're winning 4-1 here with 17 remaining in the third period in Chicago. They got to get on their horse a little bit. They got to apply more pressure, win some puck battles, and get in the offensive zone, John.
And Ian Mitchell near corner Hawk zone takes a hit. And put the puck up the near boards. Darren Helms took it away. Helm put it down behind the Hawk net. Jason Megna fed the right circle. O'Connor, wrist shot. Oh, and a glove save made by Marc-Andre Fleury. Boy, Logan O'Connor was wide open just inside the rim of the right wing circle, and he just grabbed the puck on the stick blade in a quick, hard snapshot. And a nice glove save by Fleury, who was paying attention the whole time.
Yeah, O'Connor, who's a right-handed shot, finds a little bit of dead ice over by the right face-off circle, and that's the name of the game. Getting between the coverage, not too high, not too low, finding that little sweet spot, and that's where O'Connor let that one-timer go. But Fleury makes the one-timer save, holds it with his glove.
Draw to the left of Fleury, comes back to the right point to Makar, who dekes and then fires. That's off of DeBrincat's stick and up into the protective netting. So they'll face it off again in the Hawk zone in the circle to Fleury's left. 16:51 left in the period. Still 4-1 Colorado. And this is going to be Henrik Borgstrom facing off against Nazem Kadri. And Borgstrom wins this face-off to Murphy, now behind the Hawk net. Passing to Patrick Kane, right wing side. Drops it back to Murphy. Murphy passing on the left wing at center ice to McCabe, and he'll redirect the puck down the boards in behind the Avalanche net. Makar spins it back around up those same boards to Rantanen. Rantanen now put it out to center ice and then into the Hawk zone. McCabe will spin it to the Av line. Gerard got it there, tried to give it ahead for Rantanen, picked off by the Hawks. Here's DeBrincat into the Av zone to Kane, top of the right circle. Hits the left point, McCabe closing in, he'll fire. Rantanen blocked it with the skate. McCabe got the puck back in the left wing corner, spins it behind the Av net into the near corner. Gerard will claim the puck, however, for Colorado, and carries in front of his net, twisting away with the puck and holding it as the Avs complete a line change.
Looks like a couple of changes to the lines for Jeremy Colleton. Right now, Kirby Dach playing with Mackenzie Entwistle and Brandon Hagel. Last shift, Borgstrom up on that first line with Kane and DeBrincat.
As Fleury plays the puck to the near corner, Nichushkin took it down behind the net, tried to center. This is picked off by the Hawks' Entwistle, who carries to center ice and then lost the puck. Nichushkin then lost it at the Hawk blue line. And Riley Stillman will slap it down ice into the Av zone near corner. Not far enough for icing. Jack Johnson back to get the puck. To Ryan Murray, former #1 pick of the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's only played one 82-game season, has had real difficulty in his career staying healthy.
And John, now Tyler Johnson playing with Jujhar Khaira and Ryan Carpenter. So
here's Comfort to the Hawk zone, firing from the left circle from between DeHaan's legs, and that was blocked by Fleury. Seth Jones is the other way for the Hawks. Jones now out over the center ice circle. Tried to lead Tyler Johnson into the Av zone. The puck hit the back hand part of his stick blade and ricocheted away.
The ref got Johnson on the slash. Tyler Johnson's going to get one. One of those fly-by slashes. The ref was right there. It happened in the far left-hand corner, about 2.5 feet from the officials. They're not going to miss that one.
So Johnson gets the gate.
Chicago number 90, 2 minutes for slashing.
There's the call. This puts the Avs on their 4th power play opportunity on the game. They are 0 for 3 so far.
Jonathan Taves and Jujhar Khaira will come out to start this penalty kill. Toews will head in to take the face-off against Gabriel Landeskog, and we'll see if he wins it and they clear it if he goes for a change.
Draw to the right of Fleury. The drop of the puck, Toews wins it to the corner to Murphy. Bats it behind the net, McCabe. He'll drive it around the glass, and look out over on the Avalanche bench. That one deflected in there. Everybody ducked over there. And it looked like that one kind of deflected through and into the crowd.
Or might have gone into the between the benches spot where former Blackhawk Jamal Mayers is making his TV debut with TNT. Jennifer Botterill having some visa issues, so Jamal Mayers gets the call out of the bullpen, and good for him to see him get that opportunity, and it's down between the glass.
Good to see Jammer again. Here's Connor Murphy at the Hawk blue line, teeing it up and driving it down the right wing boards deep into the Avalanche zone. This will circle the net, and Makar's got it. A UMass Amherst product out to center ice. Dropping it back into the Avalanche zone to Burakovsky. Back through center ice into the Hawk zone. Gave it to Rantanen beside the right circle. To the right point, Makar, then back to Rantanen down in the right corner. Back to Makar at the line, deep slot to Rantanen, right circle. Slap pass over to the left wing boards to Landeskog. Put it in low beside the net. Burakovsky to Landeskog, left corner. Back to Burakovsky, now back in the net to Rantanen, right circle. Put it out in front. And Compher will snap one wide and up off the glass. 1:10 on the Av power play. Landeskog from the left corner. Put the puck out to Makar, left point. And Mikko Rantanen now in the right wing corner. Put it behind the net to Burakovsky. Back to Rantanen, right corner again. He put it out in front. And then Compher fires. Blocked by Murphy in front. He'll move it ahead and off the near boards down to the Avalanche blue line. And McCabe will head to the Hawks bench.
And Chicago gets a partial change where Kirby Dach and Calvin DeHaan are able to jump out on the ice as the errant pass from Eric Johnson leaves the offensive zone.
And Doc did a great job of bothering the player, the Colorado player there, as he was trying to deke the puck out near the blue line. Here's Burakovsky back into the Hawk zone, hands it off. And Makar will put it down beside the net. Rantanen tried to turn his blade sideways and deflect that into the net. Now Rantanen, slap pass in front for Compher. Big save is made by Fleury as he's scrambling in the crease. Knocked the puck free. Murphy will take it and clear down ice to the Av line. Makar there to Burakovsky, crossing the Hawk line, had it poke checked away, gathered in by Raanta, back to Burakovsky, and he waves one over the net from the right circle. Puck rides around to the near point, kept in by Girard to Sampo Raanta, moves it into the right circle, Eric Johnson to Nichushkin in the slot, and he chips one over the net. And the Hawks are now back to full strength. From the slot, Nichushkin fires, blocked in front by Calvin DeHaan. Tyler Johnson with a puck stripped away from the slot. Here's Kadri with a shot, and down with a butterfly save is Marc-Andre Fleury, and he'll hold in the Hawk crease. 12:33 left in the third period here in Colorado. It's the Avalanche 4 and the Hawks 1. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WG.
Win your share of $1 million with the BetRivers Beat the Spread Challenge. When you bet on pro football games at BetRivers this season, you can win weekly and season-long prizes. Every time you beat the spread, you'll earn points and move your way up the leaderboard toward the top prizes. See official rules for details. Download the BetRivers app or go to BetRivers.com and start winning. Must be 21 and located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 1-800-994-8448.
Where has the Pioneer Audio Tour taken me today? Olivia, Minnesota, next to a field planted with Pioneer brand Enlist E3 soybeans. This field looks peaceful, but like every field, there's a constant battle going on against weeds. Right now, the farmer of this operation is making a pass with what looks like a 120-foot sprayer boom. Enlist E3 soybeans offer the most advanced trait technology on the market. And while it's new to most farmers, it's not new to Pioneer. Pioneer experts and agronomists have already completed hundreds of on-farm trials, all so that acres like this have healthy soybeans with great yield potential. Enlist E3 soybeans on a farm in Olivia. Another thing that makes Pioneer, Pioneer. You'll hear more from me later. For now, let your local Pioneer sales representative hear from you.
Bob Surratt with the answers in the morning on smart devices everywhere and on 720.
Now back to the game.
Welcome back into Ball Arena here in Denver. A mostly full arena tonight. Colby Cohen alongside John Weideman as the Blackhawks trail the Avs 4-1, 12:33 remaining in this third period. And John, Marc-Andre Fleury, there's been 4 against him, but he's been good tonight. I mean, I'm not putting this game on Marc-Andre Fleury. He has made a lot of big saves, including on that last power play for the Colorado Avalanche.
Well, the Hawks get possession off the draw as Seth Jones loops a pass to center ice. He was intending to get that ahead to Hagel. It was picked off, however, by Girard, who put it back into the Hawk zone. And now Borgstrom with a pass to Hagel over the Av line, left wing. Hits the trailer, Kane, right point. Carrying through the high slot to the left circle. He'll fire, and that's in and out of the glove of Kemper. Puck taken by Borgstrom at the right point. Put it down to the right wing corner, Kane. He carries up the boards and hands it off to Riley Stillman, who from the right wing corner tried to center. That was picked off in front of the Av net by Byram. Lead pass up the left wing for Kadri. Deflects away as Kadri bumps into Seth Jones at center, and the puck tumbles in behind the Hawk net. Riley Stillman's got it. Hawks in a line change. Stillman passing to Kubalik, Hawk line. Put it across the rink on the right wing side. Here's Taves crossing the Avalanche line. Trying to squeeze past Jack Johnson. Could not. Lost the puck to the corner. Murphy took it back. Top of the right circle. Fires. Hit traffic in front. DeHaan from the left wing boards. Snaps it down the glass and in behind the Av net. Kubalik claims the puck. Put it into the high slot. Calvin DeHaan. Here's DeHaan trying to fire it on goal. Deflects into the left wing corner instead. Murphy there. Put it behind the net around to Kurashev along the right boards. Send it down to Jonathan Toews, right corner. Working against Ryan Murray. Here's Toews. Backhanding the puck in behind the net again. Kurashev to get it. Floats it out to the left point, but Murphy had come in too deep, and the puck slides down ice to the Hawk blue line. Calvin DeHaan over to get it. Quick pass on the right wing at the Avalanche line to Kubalik, and he'll drive it down the boards into the Avalanche zone. Puck circles, and it ends up in the left wing corner. And Philip Kurashev now has it away from Eric Johnson. Kurashev with some good work. Sweeping the puck behind the Av net. Doc strips it away from Byram, and then Byram ends up taking it back. And Byram will move it up the right wing. Here's Ranta through center ice, crossing the Hawk line. Looping the puck down behind the net. And the puck is spun around by Tyson Jost to the near side point to Newhook. Then down to Jost along the left wing boards, bothered by Seth Jones, who chops the puck down ice into the Avalanche end. Girard will wheel in behind the Avalanche net with it, stop and have a quick look, and then pass ahead at center ice to Alex Newhook. Dumps it between the circles, Hawk zone. Taken away quickly by Jake McCabe, then a pass ahead, Alex DeBrincat at center ice, crossing the Av line on the right wing. DeBrincat a sharp angle shot, blocker saved by Kemper. Here's Seth Jones from the line. Working his way to the right point. He'll stick the puck down in behind the Avalanche net. Now it's caught in the near corner instead by Girard. Put the puck back to the half boards. Taken by Newhook. Hagel and Newhook battle just inside the Avalanche blue line. Borgstrom chops it free into the right wing corner, and Hagel will go and get it. And Hagel put it right through the crease with a backhander. This slides all the way through to the far boards. Sampo Ranta there to scoop it down to the Hawk blue line. Murphy collects the puck, passing ahead Hagel over the Avalanche line, down the right wing to the corner. Buried with a body check from Jack Johnson. Loose puck in behind the Av net. Borgstrom turns it over, and here come the Avs. Nichushkin wheeling down the right wing into the Hawk zone. Got away a shot. Kick save made by Fleury. No second chance as Hagel back-checking was able to direct that one to the corner. Then Hagel tried to scoop it out of the zone, kept in by Comfer at the line. Drops it along the left wing boards. Burakovsky coughs up the puck the other way. Patrick Kane through center ice over the Av line, right circle, shoots, and Kemper down with a butterfly save. Borgstrom put it over. Kane left circle, shoots, and Kemper came out of the net and got the glove on the puck and held it. Whistle stopping play. Kemper just made the two biggest saves of the night for Colorado. 8:52 left in the third here in Denver. It's 4-1 Avalanche. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
We could use a laugh. I'm John Williams. I've got your speed jokes tomorrow morning at 9:40.
I'm just texting him back. I'm just posting a story. I'm just changing the song.
No. When it comes to distracted driving, just don't. Sending a text takes your eyes off the road for just 5 seconds, but in that time, your car can travel the length of an entire football field. Any distracted driving just isn't worth it.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
It came on a night like any other, with power unlike anything else on Earth. Using beyond advanced active ingredients like bicyclopyrrole, Acuron GT post-emergence corn herbicide is here to annihilate tough weeds. Advanced technology, enhanced control. Talk to your Syngenta retailer about Acuron GT. Always read and follow label instructions.
You take pride in your work, and so do we. We're Northern Tool, and we have every tool you can imagine, and some you've only dreamt about. Plus, our service and product knowledge is legendary. Find your pride and joy at Northern Tool. Visit our store or buy online and pick it up curbside. Northern Tool and Equipment. Quality tools for serious work.
Gear up at Northern Tool and Equipment this week for our fall cleanup sale. Save on pressure washers, air and power tools, sprayers, wagons, and more.
Chicago Blackhawks making some line adjustments here in this third period. Jeremy Colleton playing around with some of his personnel as they trail the Avs 4-1 with 8:52 remaining in this third period. Along here with my pal John Weideman calling the opener here in Denver, Colorado with a full building. It's great sight to see, John.
Absolutely it is. People back in the building enjoying exciting National Hockey League action. Now in the Avs zone, Landeskog go loose. Puck will carry to center ice and dump it lazily into the left wing corner Hawk zone that finishes his check on Calvin DeHaan. Now Seth Jones is all over Mikko Rantanen like a bad rash as they battle for the puck. Puck worked free by DeHaan, but taken back by the Avs captain Landeskog. Hit by Hawks captain Jonathan Toews along the left wing boards. Rantanen to the loose puck back in the net. To Eric Johnson, right point. Moves it over to Bowen Byram, right point. He'll twist it down the boards in behind the Hawk net. Landeskog's got it, walks out, and from near the bottom of the right circle fires. Turned out of there by Fleury. Byram got the puck back left point. Sends it to Eric Johnson, right point. He'll fire, blocked in front of the net. Kurashev scoops it to center ice, intended for Kubalik. But Byram breaks that up and then backhands the puck down to the left wing corner Hawk zone. Each team in line changes now. Here's DeHaan back of the Hawk net to Alex DeBrincat. He's got a 7-game goal streak in jeopardy. He had 9 goals scored in the last 7 games of last season, and right now, nothing to show for that. So that streak could end here tonight unless DeBrincat's able to pot one. Here's Entwistle, left point. Avalanche zone, trying to pass across. Nichushkin picks it off. He's got a breakaway over the Hawk line down the slot where he shoots. And Fleury got the left pad on it, just knocking it wide. Quick pass by Entwistle. Deflects off of Ryan Murray's stick deep into the Avalanche zone, and Murray turns it over behind the net. Doc tried to flip it out. Ends up in behind the net again. Burakovsky there. Passing on the right wing to Comfer. He skates with the puck to the Hawk blue line and then dumps it down the right boards and in behind the net. Kane back to get it there. 7 minutes left in the third. 4-1 Colorado. Kane lifts it through the air and down ice deep into the Avalanche zone. Hagel hustling to the dots, beat all the Avalanche players to negate the icing. Puck is spun around now by Borgstrom to the right point. Jones to Patrick Kane. Sends it high slot. Here's Stillman with a shot. Big save is made by Kemper. Follow-up shot by Borgstrom. Instead of shooting, he just waved it through the crease over to the near side, hoping a teammate would be there. Nobody was there but one of the Av players. Rantanen into the Hawk zone. Firing from the high slot. That's over the net. You heard it hit the glass. Sampo Ranta now from the right point fires. Blocked at the defense by Stillman. Quick pass up the right side. Kane Av line. Deflects it across the rink. And down in behind the net it goes. Kemper will wave it around. Here come the Avs to center ice, led by Newhook. In over the Hawk line. Left wing side. Sent it down toward the net. Stuck out of there by Fleury. Loose puck in the near corner. Hawk in. DeHaan put it behind the net over to Ian Mitchell. And a pass up the left wing to Jujhar Khaira. Fishes it through a couple of Av players and got the puck ahead. Ryan Carpenter works it over the Av line, dropping the puck to Tyler Johnson. He put it behind the net to Carpenter. Sent it around to DeHaan left point. Down to Carpenter left wing corner. Centering for Johnson to the high slot. Mitchell with a wrist shot. Glove save is made by Kemper. Good chance there for the Hawks, but Darcy Kemper is on his game for Colorado. 5:42 left in the third. Hawks trail the Avs 4-1. Do they have a miracle comeback in store for their fans that are inside the Ball Arena here in Denver? Find out after this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
So, what are you sipping?
Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah! Start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is reconnecting neighborhoods by growing community gardens and farms through the Love Tito's Block to Block program. By teaming up with Love Tito's, Growing Places Indy is able to replace and rebuild raised garden beds at its main farm site. To lend a hand and become a volunteer, visit growingplacesindy.org/volunteer. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
The lady who's working hard to enrich your life, Anna Duplantis. Weekdays 1 to 4. Now, back to the game.
John Weideman along with Colby Cohen here in Denver. Glad to have you along. Joe Brand back in our Blackhawk studios in Blackhawk Central. This reminder, the Bitcoin of America postgame show coming up right after this game. Face-off circle to the left of Darcy Kemper. Taves wins it to Seth Jones' right point. And then reaching in to poke check it down ice into the Hawk zone was Landeskog. Calvin DeHaan back to clear to center ice. And Eric Johnson will flip the puck back into the Hawk end, right onto the stick of DeHaan to Seth Jones at center ice. Works in and over the Av line, fed it down the left wing to Taves. He sent it back in front for Jones. It's just over his stick. Loose puck up the near boards. Kurashev's got it for the Hawks. Down to Taves, back in the net. Taves giving a rough ride from Eric Johnson. And then Kurashev got to the loose puck in the right wing corner, kicks it to a stick, and then was ridden off the puck. Landeskog will now spin it out. Here's Bowen Byram to center ice. Dumping the puck off the right side boards and down behind the net. Avs go for another quick change. Seth Jones has the puck in front of the Hawk net. Put it over to the left wing boards. Jake McCabe, then back to Jones. Snaps the pass up the right side. Entwistle at the Colorado blue line on the right wing side. He deflected it down beside the net, and the Avs will get it back and come out of their end, led by Compher into the Hawk zone where he coughed up the puck. And Twistle to DeBrincat through center ice. Over the Av line, 1 against 5 Avs. Tried to fire. Block. Murphy took it back in the slot. Shoots. He scores! Connor Murphy with a hard wrist shot from the tops of the circles. Beats Kemper. You heard it, Nick, off the underneath side of the crossbar. And the Hawks are now back to within 2 of the Avalanche with a lot of time on the clock. 4:29 left in the third. They trail 4-2. Murphy's first goal of the season.
Jeremy Colleton threw his lines in a blender this period. He mixed things up. He got Kane and DeBrincat onto different lines. And one thing that has rung true, when Kirby Dach has been on the ice, good things have happened. And Connor Murphy is going to be the recipient of a broken play. Alex DeBrincat comes into the offensive zone. He tries to shoot the puck towards the net, deflects back out, and Connor Murphy, the right-handed defenseman, ends up with the puck right around the top of the circle. He's got a ton of space, takes the snapshot, beats Kemper to the far side, under the blocker, right post and in, and a good shot by Connor Murphy.
Let's see how the Avalanche react here. I mean, they've got a powerful team, but the Hawks won't go away, and let's see how they react. Here's Logan O'Connor firing from the left circle Hawk zone, knocked wide by Fleury. Kane along the near boards. Hawk end, hands it off. Borgstrom will carry in front of the Hawk net, give it over to Murphy. Murphy, Hawk line left wing now. Will carry the puck over the center ice circle. Put it ahead. Hagel in over the Av line. Drops it off for Kane, but the puck is picked off instead by Landeskog, who is back through center ice. Dumps the puck into the right wing corner Hawk zone to Hahn to get it. Put it behind the net to Murphy. Passing up the right side, Kirby Dach to center ice on one knee. Oh, he's buried with a body check from Landeskog. And Tyler Johnson jumps on Gabriel Landeskog immediately and starts firing right hands. And we get a big pile up right at the Avalanche blue line. You've got DeHaan, who had his helmet stripped off the top of his head by Mikko Rantanen. The two of them have both lost their buckets. And the linesman trying to restore order. Boy, I like what I saw. Tyler Johnson jumping right on Gabriel Landeskog, who ran a pretty hard check into Kirby Dach.
And they did call. The initial call before this big pileup was Kirby Dach was down on one knee.
Oh, God.
And Landeskog drove him in head first into the boards right in front of the penalty box. And that's when Tyler Johnson came running over. He jumped right on top of Landeskog. And Kirby Dach's up. He looks okay. He's skating off. He's handing his stick right now, and he just gave Tyler Johnson a little bit of a hug. So Dach looks all right. We'll wait to see how the refs sort this out. But I expect to see the Blackhawks with a power play here, unless they get Johnson with an instigator, and that evens it up for a side. But Jonathan Toews is standing right outside the box, and he's talking to the officials right now, so we'll find out here in a second what transpires from this whole mess.
Well, Tyler Johnson's going to give away about 30 pounds to Gabriel Landeskog, who's just strong as a bull. But good for Tyler Johnson sticking up for his teammates. Let's get the call.
We have 3 penalties on the play. Colorado number 90, 2 minutes for boarding, 2 minutes for roughing. Chicago number 90, 2 minutes for roughing. Power play Chicago.
So there you have
number
it.
90 for Colorado. He meant 92. That was Landeskog.
Yeah, so Landeskog gets the initial plus a roughing penalty, which will match Tyler Johnson's roughing penalty. So those will cancel each other out. So now 3 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the third period, and the Blackhawks are going to be on a power play. So this is an opportunity, John, to jump right back into this game. The shots, 32-35 in favor of the Avs, but Blackhawks, it's been creeping back up. They've had opportunities. Kemper's made saves, but you're within 2. You got a power play. So here, John, is a big opportunity for the power play to come in and bail you out and give you an opportunity to make this a 1-goal game. Then you're looking at Fleury. When is he going to come?
Well, he lines up between the circles and the Hawk end, and now he's at the tops of the circles. So
if they win this face-off, I think Fleury goes right to the bench, and I think you're going to see a 6-on-4 for the Blackhawks if they win this draw clean. Right now, Fleury is lined up about 5 feet past the face-off circles in his zone, so he's far out and ready to get to the bench.
Kirby Dach stays out there. It's going to be Dach along with Toews taking the draw, Patrick Kane and Seth Jones. And now Jason Megna looks like he was serving the extra 2 minutes. He goes back. He'll head back to the Colorado bench. Not sure about the confusion there. To finish up, it's DeBrincat on the far side of the rink. This is all happening in the circle to Kemper's right in the Colorado zone. And so I don't understand the confusion with Megna coming over. Maybe they're going to just allow...
Well, Landeskog went into the room, so he did not go to the penalty box. He went right off the ice down the tunnel because he got 2 minors, which would take him 4 minutes through the remainder of this game. So, looks like Rantanen's going to come over.
Nico Rantanen. My phone just lit up, by the way, with some friends of mine talking back in Chicago that watched the hit, and several of the texts have been expletive deleted, cheap shot, and I would concur.
Well, it's good to see Dach still out on the ice, so that's a good sign.
Here's the draw between Compher and Toews, and Compher wins it to Eric Johnson, and he'll fire it down. Fleury stops at tops of the circles, Hawk zone for Seth Jones. Fleury heads to the Hawk bench. Kane's got the puck Hawk line.
6-on-4.
Toews, left wing, center ice. He put it in over the Av line down the boards. Eric Johnson put it down to the corner. DeBrincat in to get it. Hawks playing with an empty net and 6 attackers. And they have their 4th, 6th Fueling Good Citco power play. Now the puck taken back by Compher along the right board. Steps to center ice, tried to fire a long shot. It was blocked by Seth Jones. Puck deflects into the left wing corner Hawk zone where Patrick Kane paced Tyson's Jost to the boards and then extricates the puck and took it away and got it ahead now to DeBrincat. DeBrincat to center ice and over the Av line. Put it into the right wing corner, then behind the net to Toews, and DeBrincat is injured. Alex DeBrincat is going to head to the Hawks bench holding his left hand. Here's Seth Jones with the puck left point. Walking it to the deep slot. Kurashev is on for DeBrincat. Gave the puck to Kane right point. 101 on the power play. Kane to Kubalik, top of the right circle to Kane. Back to Kubalik, top of the right circle to Toews, bottom of the right circle. Back to Kubalik to Kane at the line deep slot. He'll fire, and that's wide of the net. Puck deflects off the glass. Jones put it down the boards. Kurashev battling with Comfort beside the right wing circle against the boards. Straight back to the point. Jones closing in to Kubalik. He shanks a one-timer behind the net. Doc works it over to Kane, left wing corner. 30 seconds on the power play. Kane put it out to the left point. Jones has got the puck, walks into the high slot, gave it to Kubalik. He hammers a one-timer wide, and the puck rides around to center ice.
20 seconds remaining on the power play.
Jones got it back to Kubalik. In over the Av line, right wing. Hands it along the boards to Kurashev. Now to Kubalik, right corner to Kane. 9 seconds on the power play. To Kubalik beside the net. Dishes in front. Picked off by Eric Johnson, or Jack Johnson, who then deflects the puck down beside the Avalanche net. And Kemper puts the glove on top. We get a whistle. Face-off will be in the circle to Kemper's left. Looking on the Blackhawks bench, I don't see Alex DeBrincat.
3 seconds remaining on this power play. Right now, 6-on-4 for Chicago. As soon as this power play ends, it'll be that traditional 6-on-5 as Marc-Andre Fleury will stay on the bench. The Blackhawks will try to get a couple of fresh troops out. Now, Jeremy Colleton used this timeout in that first period. He needed to do so to settle everything down so they don't have the timeout. And it'll be Kirby Dach with Kubalik, Patrick Kane, Seth Jones, and Jonathan Toews will head in to take this draw with 1:37 remaining in the third.
Toews against Kadri, and DeBrincat, by the way, is back on there. He's going to gut it out. The drop of the puck. Hawks get it. Kubalik put it back to the right point. Kane. Avs come to full strength. Kane's in the high slot to DeBrincat, left circle, one-timer, and deflects off of the Colorado defenseman Murray and up into the protective netting. So we get a whistle stopping play. The Avs come back to full strength. Hawks 1 for 4 on the feeling good Sitco power play here tonight. Tyler Johnson is allowed out of the penalty box as well. Regardless of how this game ends, good for Tyler Johnson for jumping in there like he did. I'd love to see that early and often from a team, sticking up for each other. Face out to the right of Kemper. Toews wins it to Kane, top of the left wing circle. Drops it back to the left point. Jones back to Kane along the right side boards. 1:20 on the clock. Kane put it over Kubalik, top of the right circle. Down to Toews, right circle, put it toward the net with a backhander. Stopped in front. Here's Toews with the puck between his skates. Knocked free to the near boards. Eric Johnson will backhand it to center ice. Seth Jones collects the puck, Hawk line, put it ahead to Toews over the Av line. Drops it off. Here's DeBrincat to Kane, top of the right circle. Put it across for DeBrincat. Picked off by Kadri. He'll fire at the length of the ice, and a race ensues to the dots. Seth Jones wins the race, and we get icing against Colorado. Now, the F5 have been out there for a while. This face-off will ensue in the circle to the right of Darcy Kemper. 52 seconds left on the clock for regulation.
Yeah, and it looks like the Avs, are they going to use their time? No, they're not going to use their timeout. Can't change when you ice the puck.
Yep, they can't do that.
They got tired bodies, 52 seconds remaining, 6-on-5. Marc-Andre Fleury on the Blackhawk bench.
Tyler Johnson to face off with Nazem Kadri. Kadri wins the draw to Eric Johnson, back of the net, put it around. Kept in by Seth Jones with a nice play to Tyler Johnson. To DeBrincat, left circle to Seth Jones in the slot. He fires, and that hit, I believe, Tyler Johnson in front of the net and deflected up into the protective netting.
And it looks like this one's going to stay inside. There's a broken stick down in front of the net. That's what it might have hit off of on that way in. And Seth Jones, the big right shot defenseman, was walking down the slot with the puck. A good opportunity, but just too many bodies in front to get that one through. And they'll have another offensive zone draw. Tyler Johnson will line up to take this one.
Johnson against Tyson Jost this time. Circle to Kemper's left. 40 seconds on the clock for regulation. And now Jost got in there a little too vigorously. Told by one of the linesmen, Kyle Murchison, to cease and desist. Draw one by Tyler Johnson. To the right point, Seth Jones. To DeBrincat, left wing circle. Back to Jones at the line. Long wrist shot. Deflects in front. Knocked away by Jack Johnson. Ahead to Jost. He'll backhand it down into the Hawk zone. There to get it. Copper in the corner. Checked by Patrick Kane, who took the puck away. 20 seconds left in regulation. Kane firing a pass up the left wing. Kubalik over the Av line. Went over and got the puck now off a deflection on the right wing boards. Put it down to the corner. Picked off by Jack Johnson, who will clear it down into the Hawk zone. Came back to get it with 6. Turning and passing ahead into the Avs zone. This is going to wind off the clock, and the Avalanche will hold on for a 4-2 victory. It's the Avs 4 and the Hawks 2. Final shots on goal. The Avalanche with 36 and the Hawks with 34. And the Hawks gave it their best effort in the third period. Fleury pulled to the bench. They had the power play with the 6 attackers on. And just could not put another one past Darcy Kemper, who in this victory tonight stopped 32 of 34 Hawks shots to pick up the win. Colorado goes to 1-0-0 on the season. The Hawks 0-1-0 on the season. We'll head to New Jersey tomorrow to take on the Devils. But here tonight, the Avs win 4-2. We'll tell you about it a little more after we take this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
BMO Harris is where you are with banking tools you need where you need them, like fast Zelle transfers.
Who had the 3-cheese omelet? Mine was 5 cheese. Okay, then you owe $11.72. I also had a side of bacon. So then make that $15.39. I have a mimosa on the way. Okay.
With BMO Harris, you can split bills easily using Zelle once you finally figure out who owes what. When your bank is where you are. That's the BMO effect.
When it comes to working at Geico, our best advocates are our employees, like Michael. But since he is so focused on growing his career, we hired an actor to read his story.
If you want a job where you get out as much as you put in, Geico is the best place to work. Plus, we promote from within, so there are no ceilings placed on your opportunities.
They even offer parental leave to full-time employees. So there's nothing stopping him from going all the way to the top. But not too high. He's scared of heights.
Ready to start your career, Indy? We're hiring claim sales and service agents. Apply online today at geico.job/Indy.
There's Pablo in his natural habitat, opening his internet bill in fear.
No!
He just saw his 12-month promotional price ended. Uh-oh, and he just discovered the equipment fees. Back away slowly.
If your internet bill drives you wild, just remember, you're not a bad person. You just need a straightforward price. Get AT&T Fiber. Unlimited internet with no price increase at 12 months. Visit att.com/no hidden fees. Limited availability in select areas.
Bob Surratt.
That old DJ is worth listening to.
Bob Surratt starts your day.
Along with Colby Cohen, I'm John Weideman here for Chicago Blackhawks hockey. Back at the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. We're here tonight. The final score was the Avalanche 4 and the Hawks 2. And if you do an in-depth analysis of this game, you really don't have to look too hard to see how it turned against the Hawks. It was the first 10 minutes for the Avalanche. I mean, they came out in their home opener, and they really came to play. Lots of energy. They built up a 3-0 lead on the Blackhawks, and that was just too steep of a hole. Colorado give them that kind of a lead.
Yeah, when you have to play uphill all game like that, it means you're taking unnecessary chances. You're trying to make plays when they aren't there because you're constantly looking for offense that maybe isn't the time to be looking after it. But when I think about the game and I'm pulling a bright spot out of the game, to me, it's Kirby Dach, and that's why he's the Ditch Witch Midwest player of the game. He was all over the ice. He was good offensively. He was good defensively. He had a couple of hits. He seemed to be involved more times than not when the Blackhawks had offensive zone opportunities. And that's sponsored by Ditch Witch Midwest. Since 1970, Ditch Witch Midwest has been your partner for trenchers, cable plows, and directional drills. Visit ditchwitchmidwest.com.
So we'll pack it up and head for New Jersey tomorrow, take on the Devils on Friday night. And
you'll have a new partner on Friday night. Colin Fraser will join you. I'll move over to do some studio work with Andrew Shaw on Friday and Saturday night on NBC Sports Chicago. But I will tell you this. It's been fun. We've done the whole preseason together. We've talked a lot about Troy. I've been in close contact with Troy. He's been so great helping me get up to speed with things. And, we've never met personally, but we've texted, we've spoken. And, I mean, just the support that I've gotten for him as I've kept his seat warm, because there's no doubt in my mind that this is his seat in this radio booth. He's a longtime legend for this organization as a player, as a person, as a broadcaster. It's the first question everybody asks when we walk into these press boxes, and we hope he's listening at home, and we hope he's hanging in, and we look forward to seeing him at some point this season.
Well, you described him almost to a T. I would just add to that he's good as gold and always has been. So But if you're listening, I love you, and I hope to see you soon. I hope you're feeling better, and hope to see you back here doing what you love to do, what I know you love to do, and I love doing with you, and that is calling Blackhawks hockey games. Here tonight, the final score was the Avalanche 4 and the Hawks 2. We're going to send it along. I want to thank everybody involved with our broadcast here tonight. I'm going to start with my partner for the evening, Colby Cohen, who did a great job with the color commentary here tonight, describing all of the action that took place after I got through talking about it. And there were some difficult sequences of play to try and discern, but Colby did an excellent job. Big thanks as well to our hard-working engineer, the Buffalo guy, Bill Zilkowski. Put her there, bud. We'll see you in January when the Blackhawks come back for a return trip. Thanks as well to the hard-working crew back at our flagship station tonight. Brett Jackson quarterbacked everything. Krista Flores got us started off, and I'm sure there were a couple people that helped out with Brett as well. So great job by all of you back at our flagship station, 720 WGN. Thanks as well, by the way. There were probably, I'd say, 1,500, maybe 2,000 Blackhawk fans that came here to Ball Arena to cheer on the Blackhawks. And if by chance any of you might be listening to me right now, whether it be on the WGN cell phone app or possibly the radio airwaves, they're powerful from WGN, 50,000 watts, non-directional, 24 hours. And that means on a clear day, you can get it out here in Denver. So if you might be listening, thank you very much for tuning in, and please drive safely wherever you might be going. We save our biggest thanks of the night for our good friend Joe Brand, who got us through Blackhawk Central pregame, through the intermissions, and he's going to get you to wherever you may be going in the Blackhawks postgame show. One more time, the final score, it was Colorado 4 and the Hawks 2. For everybody I mentioned,